And we are live. No Chill Live. 111. We are back.
Woo, man. What a break. What a break. Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening to everybody worldwide.
Yes, sir. It's getting warm outside, man. Gotta get some good tunes going. Yo, we've been gone a couple of weeks, but we are back refreshed. We have so much to talk about. So much to talk about.
Yeah, there was a lot that happened. A lot of interesting news. A lot of sports, a lot of crazy celebrities. You know, it's just once it gets nice out, man.
Yes, man. You ever heard this version?
No, I haven't actually.
Yeah, it's like the beach picnic version. It was like a hidden track.
Yeah.
On the EP, they had like the instrumental on the EP. Okay. But yeah, I actually preferred this version. Troy, you like this version?
Absolutely, I agree. I prefer this version as well.
Yeah. They don't have it on any streaming services, so we get to play it here, and they won't shut us down. Hopefully.
Ooh, look at that! Look at that loopholes.
You'll always be my baby. Okay. That's me what we do. Enough Gambino. Nah, we love Gambino.
You know he's almost 40 years old. He's 39.
Yeah, we getting old, man. We getting old. The older millennials are turning 40. You know, like things are changing.
Yeah, what can you do? But he's looking great. I'm hoping for some music soon. I know he came out and said, you know, Childish is not going anywhere.
Yeah, we'll see. But welcome everybody. No Chill Live. You know, welcome Twitter, Twitch, YouTube, Facebook, Instagram. God damn, we are everywhere.
Follow and subscribe, all platforms. We there.
Yes, we are there, and we are there for you. You know, it is Mental Health Awareness Month, and it's also tourist season. It's May. Yo, did you do anything for Cinco de Mayo?
Actually, I did not.
Damn.
I did not do anything for Cinco de Mayo. I was chilling.
Damn. That sucks. You know, me either. I didn't do really. I had a couple of margaritas. I was out for a little bit, but honestly, really underwhelming. Like, I was really hyped. I was rewatching the last live, and I was like, oh shit, really hyped up about Cinco de Mayo, but nothing, man. What about, we got Memorial Day in a couple weeks.
Memorial Day, I'm definitely going to be outside. For that, I'll be ready. But for some reason, Cinco de Mayo came around that Friday, and I was just like, I'm going to chill. I'm going to stay inside, have a couple drinks by myself, watch some TV, relax.
Coronas or tequila?
No. I had to actually Sapporo.
Well, wait, what is that Spanish? Is that
no? Sapporo is Japanese. Japanese beer.
Bro.
Yeah.
Boo.
Oh, you can't do that.
Shame.
It's Asian. It's Asian American Pacific Islander month right now.
Shame.
It was Cinco de Mayo, bro. Like, that's fucked up, bro.
I'm not Mexican. I'm not like all the black people trying to steal the Mexican holidays.
Yeah, it's like saying that's ridiculous, man. Whatever. It's all good. I hope you enjoyed your day. But did you spend some time with the fam for Mother's Day?
Absolutely. I had a really good time. Shout out to Mama Spears, Joyce. Went to church that morning. Heard a great sermon about powerful women in the Bible, and then after that, went and visited one of my aunts. Shout out to Aunt Lula in thoughts and prayers, and then had some lunch and then just hung out with my parents. You know, had some good time with the people that mean the most to me. So it was really nice. How about you? Tell us a little bit about your past weekend.
Word. Yeah, I was out the country. World traveler. Mr. Worldwide is what they call me. Pimping all over the world. That's
right. Different area codes, all that.
Nah, I was in, a different location, a little bit south of the border, but I had a great time. Rode some ATVs, did some sightseeing, had great tour guide. Like it was amazing, bro. I think you did. Yeah, I went to Bogota in Colombia. Like, you had mentioned it last time, so I'm not gonna pretend. But yeah, it was dope, man. My second time in Colombia this year. I was in Cartagena back in January. Definitely a different vibe. I did feel a fucking earthquake though, like in the middle of the night. It was a little bit scary. I never felt the ground move in my life, but hey, it was fine. Apparently, that's pretty normal there. It's a pretty high altitude.
Really normal. Okay.
City.
Okay.
Yeah. But yeah, man, I FaceTime my mom. Shout out to you, Mom. Not sure if you're watching. She's down in Alabama right now. You know, with the uncle and the fam. But yeah, you know, I FaceTime my mom. Troy, I know your mom was on a cruise, right?
Yeah, she was on a cruise for her birthday, so I gave her a nice little call before she set sail, and yeah, she seems like she's having a good time right now.
Oh, that's awesome.
Turning up. Shout out to all the moms out there. Happy Mother's Day to everyone.
Yes.
Take care of your kids. Be Proverbs women, you know, all that kind of stuff.
Yeah, man, you're being very positive this Mother's Day. I feel like in the past, you taking some shots.
Listen, I only spent time around beautiful women that, you know, they hold it down. So I have no shots to throw this time around. But I want this same love when Father's Day comes around for all the fathers out there. I'm just saying.
Yeah, but Father's Day is like the same weekend as Juneteenth now. So it's like you got to choose.
That's a good point. But Juneteenth is that Monday.
Okay.
Whereas Father's Day it's going to be on the 18th. So it'll be all right. But it's hilarious. Even the pastor, when I was at church on Sunday, he joked that on Mother's Day, all the restaurants got lobster. And then when Father's Day comes around, it's hot dogs and hamburgers. He's like, what is that? What is that?
It's summertime, bro. Don't get so worked up about it. Yo. He's really complaining during his sermon. That's not right.
It was like an off the cuff joke. It was pretty funny. It was well received.
Yeah, I'm sure all the men laughed. But yeah, I remember what was your take before? You're like, if you didn't raise your kids, don't celebrate.
Yeah, I'm dead serious about. I stand on that. 10 toes.
Yeah, I forgot about until just now. I just remember. I was like, wait a minute. I remember cutting up a clip a couple years ago.
That's a fact. Not everybody's a mother. And listen, let me go ahead and say that there are women who are mothers that did not actually birth children. I want to put that out there as well. There's a lot of women that took other kids under their wing, raised them, taught them the way to go, nurtured, all that kind of stuff. So shout out to all the mothers, the real moms out there. Yes.
Shout out to all the real moms. We love you all. You had your day. Hope everyone had a good weekend. You know, we all about positivity here at No Chill Live. Everyone follow, like this video, subscribe on YouTube, and follow on Spotify, Twitter, Twitch, TikTok, Instagram. God damn, bro.
Exactly.
We are everywhere. We are everywhere except for Truth Social. You know, former President Trump. He has his own platform where, you know, he tweets out shit.
Yeah.
Do you think that we should be on his platform? Do you think that they have a live feature? And if so, should we stream there too?
You know, I'm good on that, but I know that it's not as successful as he would have hoped. I'm fine on that one. I'll stick to the major social media platforms for now. I think we're good here.
Yeah, you know, he actually, you know, we talked about his indictment in New York. He also had a civil trial, you know, for sexual assault, defamation, and rape. He was found liable for sexually abusing and defaming E. Jean Carroll in this civil trial in order to pay $5 million in court.
Oof.
And Trump took to his website, Truth Social, and said, I have absolutely no idea who this woman is. The verdict is a disgrace. A continuation of the greatest witch hunt of all time.
Wow.
Yo, he seemed really upset. You know, he did this in all caps. You know, we didn't even have time to like cover this. Like,
we did.
It's just so much shit going on, as well as him campaigning for 2024 on the Republican Party again to be president again. It's just like so many headlines. But what did you make of this trial? Do you think it's going to hurt him? Because, you know, he also did a CNN town hall this week with I feel like the whole crowd was his supporters.
Yeah.
And they seem to be clapping along with everything he said, including talking about this trial.
Listen, they did not care. I mean, this man has quotes where he's saying you can grab him by the pussy, and now he's been found liable for sexual assault, not for the actual rape itself, but for sexual assault. So I just don't think his supporters really give a fuck, honestly. They're all in.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like this has always been the case with them.
Yeah.
But, you know, we talked about CNN, and them having a change in leadership after the Andrew Cuomo thing, Chris Cuomo thing. They fired the president. They got rid of Don Lemon.
Exactly.
You know, they said we're gonna have a show with Gayle King and Charles Barkley, and also we're gonna bring Trump in for a town hall in the middle of a rape case. What do you make of this move from CNN? Do you think they're getting super desperate? Because it is feeling a bit like 2015 again.
Yeah. I mean, it makes you wonder just what exactly does CNN want from this? They're bringing a lot of attention back to him. They had the town hall the day after this, announcement came out that he's, owing $5 million to Jean Carroll. It's thirsty. It's thirsty on the part of CNN. I think they're floundering a little bit where they're trying to get as many people to watch as possible. They had Caitlin Collins, who was previously the White House correspondent for CNN. And she just right after this got promoted, and now she's got a primetime slot, 9 p.m. on CNN for her own show. So clearly they see some success with her and the way that she's received based on the ratings, and they're going to ride that success.
Yeah. I don't know how far it's going to go. I don't know what type of viewers they're trying to attract with this, or if they're just trying to get Trump back in office, because the last time they actually had good ratings was when they were talking about him every day. Yeah. Do you think that, we see a lot of these news companies folding every day, Vice News, MTV News, BuzzFeed News, just in the last couple of weeks. Do you think these news stations, we talk about like social media taking over, do you think these news stations are getting so desperate that they might just be opening openly empowering bad ideas for ratings, like, even though they've been talking shit about that for the last few years?
It's possible, don't you think? Because I think that when you look at it, first we saw the way that media was impacted with newspapers. People stopped buying newspapers, so everybody started going online for their news and things like that. Now we see that people maybe even aren't even watching TV as much the way that they used to. They're still just going on their phones, looking at different clips, social media, whatever's popping up. So I have to assume that their ratings are struggling and that they're trying to figure out ways to get viewers. But this whole town hall thing, it got some really bad feedback.
Yeah,
it got really bad feedback. People were upset. They said it's a total debacle. I've never been more ashamed to work at CNN. I don't think anyone came out looking good. This is entirely corporate and management failure.
These are people who work at CNN.
Yeah, anonymously, of course.
Okay,
but they weren't happy because they basically stacked the crowd for this town hall with his supporters, so that they could get these kind of visceral reactions from people. When he says something, they support him. When he says something crazy to Caitlin Collins, he again pulled out that "you're a nasty person" comment that he loves to go
nasty woman, or he called her a nasty person?
No, he said nasty person this time.
Wow, he actually grew.
Yeah, he evolved with the times. Progress. That is progress, right? So I think they're leaning into this kind of this. I don't know,
bro. Can you imagine having a jury say that you sexually abused someone, and the next day calling a woman a nasty person on live TV and people cheer? Like, what world do we live in?
Dude, people asked him in the town hall what he thought about that, and he was like, I don't even know her.
Yeah,
he just flat out lied. Like, I don't know why CNN is pretending they don't know that he's just going to flat out lie. You can't fact check someone that only lies.
Yeah, it's a joke, bro. I don't know. You think he's going to end up being president again? Because they actually asked him, like, what he would do with, like, the invasion in the Ukraine with Russia. Like, and he didn't take a side.
He did not take a side. Let's take a listen to what he had to say about this.
Do you know the U.S. solar company's nasty little secret?
Bear with us,
well,
please.
It turns out if you live in New Jersey, they have to give you solar panels for absolutely
refused.
no net.
He was not going to get pulled into that.
President, I will have that war settled in one day, 24 hours.
How would you settle that war in one day?
24 hours.
I'll meet with Putin. I'll meet with Zelensky. They both have weaknesses and they both have strengths. And within 24 hours, that war will be settled. It'll be over. It'll be absolutely over.
Do you want Ukraine to win this war?
I don't think in terms of winning and losing. I think in terms of getting it settled so we stop killing all these people and breaking down this country.
That man's got PTSD. He said, I don't think about winning and losing. He's still upset about that election.
Bro, he said in the town hall that the shit was stolen again. He has not learned his lesson.
He's not going to back down from that. He's not. It doesn't matter that Dominion won so much fucking money because people were slandering their name.
Yo, nothing matters, bro. Nothing clearly matters. He's getting applause like right after he gets they find him guilty of some shit that happened in the 90s. It's nuts. But hey, that's why I said, like, I think he's going to end up winning the Republican side of it. But I don't know if he'll win the total election.
Okay, so you're saying he's getting the nomination.
For sure. For sure. I mean, the Republican Party is still afraid of him and behind him. You got Marco Rubio, standing up for him. And we saw how he humiliated that man for years.
Yeah. Told him how small his hands were and everything.
Yeah, but these Republicans are a mess. Trump's buddy, Rudy Giuliani, the former mayor of New York City, he was called a national hero back in 2001 when the World Trade Centers were attacked on 9/11. But now, in the past, I would say 15 years.
Not so much.
It's been bad for him. Ever since, Obama got elected, he was just super racist openly. And then, we saw Borat 2 when he pulled his dick out in the hotel room. And now he's being sued from his former worker for what, like $10 million?
Yeah, seeking $10 million in damages.
Damn.
There's like a laundry list of things that she's accusing him of too. It's pretty nasty. So
it's the worst job ever. Like that's all. Like that's just Like I hope this was not in the job description. She's saying it wasn't, but she's saying like the assaults happened really early on in her employment. I think like the first day.
Dude, it's bad. She said the first day of work he groped her in the SUV.
Damn.
He didn't want to pay her the $1 million salary that she was owed because his ex-wife was crazy.
Yeah. What did the two have to do with each other? And how do you keep? Is she not getting paychecks and she was still putting up with this? Like $1 million salary.
Dude, she said that 4 days after her first day of work, she arrived to like his apartment. He smelled like alcohol and she got drunk with him. Like she had like maybe 3 glasses of wine or something like that. Mm-hmm. And then he like pulled down his pants and was like, "Give me head."
Wow. That's gross. Damn, she deserves $1 billion for this in damages.
Yo, he yanked her up by her hair and was just like, "Get to work."
Damn.
And she did it.
Damn. Yeah, she needs to and she wasn't even getting paid on the 5th day. Damn, how long did she work for him? Do we know?
I don't know. I don't see it in here. But there's a lot of crazy stuff. She said that he took Viagra all the time. He drank morning, noon, and night. It's just he's a scumbag. Like we knew over the last handful of years based on some of the interactions and probably well before that as well.
Yeah.
But this is bad.
Yeah, this is gross. This is worse than his hair dripping down his face, bro. Like this is worse than the way he looks. It just makes it so terrible. Do you think that she's gonna win? It seems like she has a lot of evidence.
She probably does. I mean, she was close to him, and clearly, and I think she probably documented a lot of stuff from day one. She was like, "I'm gonna get the bag."
Yeah, what was crazy? Speaking of getting the bag, it said that Trump and Giuliani, they were paying $2 million for pardons.
$2 million per pardon.
I mean, I would pay that if I had it. I would much rather. If I'm rich, hell yeah.
But the thing is, they were probably selling pardons to people that were never going to get charged, but because they were close enough to Trump, and there's been so much like scandalous shit going on over the last throughout his term, and then since, he probably was just like, "Yo, you're really close to this. If there's any blowback, I think you probably want to know that you're going to be taken care of." Like,
yeah,
that's probably how the conversation went.
Some real mafioso shit, yo. Do you think that he's going to fall down like Trump and end up losing this lawsuit?
You know, this is like a civil suit right now.
Yeah, just Trump's was civil too. That's why he has to pay $5 million.
But
which I don't think he'll end up paying.
but depending on like what actually documentation she has, proof and things like that, this could become criminal too.
Did they say that?
That's what the way that I'm looking at it. I didn't see anything that said that, but these are some pretty scandalous allegations that like there's legal stuff with this.
Yeah. We'll see. We'll stay tuned. This story did not surprise
and
me.
And it's not like this happened in the 90s. This was 3 years ago, 4 years ago.
Damn, that's crazy. Well, seems like she just wants to get paid. She was working overtime. Yeah, prayers, thoughts and prayers. It sounds like an awful situation.
All because he wanted to be like Bill Clinton.
Yeah, that's what he said. Damn, that's gross.
Nasty white men, man.
Hey, this is America, bro. This is America, man. We got nasty white men all over the country and in the subways, choking and killing people and walking away from it. Yeah. What happened on the subway, bro?
Really nasty stuff. So basically, the story goes that Jordan Neely is someone who he's been like mentally disturbed, and rest in peace to him. But he was mentally disturbed individual. There's been a lot of backstory about what's happened to his family and things like that in the past. And he was in the subway causing a ruckus. This guy, Daniel Penny, who is a ex-Marine, he was there. He's also the son of a police officer, I believe, in New York City. And he put the guy in the chokehold for 15 minutes.
Oh, shit.
And killed him.
Damn, that's crazy. And someone like recorded it, right?
Yeah, people recorded it. They took this guy, Daniel Penny, to the police station, let him out after a few hours. And it wasn't until there was a lot of media coverage where they finally realized, oh, we have to charge this guy that killed someone in the subway with something. So they finally charged him with manslaughter, and he was arrested. He went in on his own, but he paid the $100,000 bail, and there's like $2 million that's been raised so far.
Wait, so like he got a GoFundMe, and that's how he was able to bail himself out.
Yeah, to support his legal case, $2 million have been donated.
Damn, I saw a headline that Kid Rock donated like 5 G's to this. So yeah, he was really upset about Budweiser a few weeks ago. It seems like a certain specific side of the country is supporting this guy the same way that guy who that one kid who shot the protesters out in
Kyle Rittenhouse?
Yeah, yes. Kyle Rittenhouse.
Yeah. The same. I mean, he raised a lot of money as well. So, what do you think is going to happen?
I mean, I'm hoping that this guy gets found guilty and goes to jail, because that's insane. I've been on the subway a lot of times, and I've experienced people singing, dancing, jumping from the poles that are in the subway, being loud and obnoxious, being mad when people don't give them money. Like, I've experienced all of that, and never crossed my mind to like choke somebody out for 15 minutes. Well, because that's murder. Like, this man was trained as a Marine. You're basically a trained killer.
Yeah.
That's what they train you to do, especially as a Marine. And it only takes 10 seconds if you're putting somebody in a chokehold for them to pass out. 10 seconds. And he held this guy for 15 minutes.
Damn.
This is in my mind, this is worse than George Floyd, or very similar.
I don't know. I mean, I think they're both tragedies. But it was like the train still making stops. Like, was it still moving? I don't watch videos. I don't watch like that.
I only saw a brief clip, and I didn't really want to continue to watch, because when the clip that I saw, the guy's eyes were like, you could see that he was losing it.
Oh, that's not good.
And the whole time, Jordan Neely has like this creepy, like slight smile on his fucking face. And I'm like, this is a murder.
Yeah. Yeah, that's fucked up. That's fucked up. Yeah, my mom first told me about this story a couple of weeks ago. I wasn't aware of it. But yeah, it's crazy that he raised that much money. I mean, this is Mental Health Awareness Month, and I would say both these people are clearly mentally ill. I think we don't take care of our homeless and we don't take care of our veterans. This guy's clearly a disturbed person. And yeah, hopefully he's held accountable. You can't just walk around and killing people. That's nuts. Like at a baseline for humanity and society, that's like number one, probably. Like you can't just walk around and murder people no matter what. Like, so hopefully they do something about this, because it's going to set a very dark precedent if, he gets away with this shit.
It's insane to me that people are supporting this. Like this sort of, and they're calling it like vigilante justice. What was this guy doing other than yelling and being obnoxious on the subway? Is that a reason to choke him out and kill somebody? What is, I don't understand what's going on anymore.
I get it. I mean, I get annoyed when I see crazy people on the train. Doesn't mean I want them to die. Like,
I'm personally going to be the executioner. Like it's
but like
nuts.
you said, like if you're a trained killer, and I don't know, it's hard to put myself in either of these people's shoes, but it definitely is a tragedy, and it's crazy that we live in a time where people record this and I guess don't interfere. I can't say whether or not I would have reacted, or I don't know. People probably didn't think he was dying. They probably thought he was just restraining him.
No, but
I don't know. It's hard to imagine. But
how do you sit there for 15 minutes and just watch somebody be like choked out?
I don't know.
And at a certain point, like if they're dead, they're not moving anymore.
I mean,
like,
yeah.
I don't understand how there were people recording. There were people all standing there, sitting there in the subway, not doing anything.
I mean, I ignore a lot of shit when I'm in New York and on the subway. And when I see something crazy, I just mind my fucking business. Personally, I'm not trying to get involved in a lot of things. So I can't speak for if I were what I would do if I was there, because I don't know if they knew the severity of the situation. In hindsight, obviously, it's like easy to say he died, which is terrible. Nobody wants to watch that, but a lot of shit happens. And I think we're like, I don't know, at least me, like I'm programmed to just ignore a lot of shit, especially in the city, because there are a lot of mentally ill people screaming, yelling, being disruptive. On the train station, we talk about this pretty much like every other week, the problem in New York and how they're not doing a lot, to help homeless people, and kind of just trying to throw them in jail and find all these other, solutions that aren't really helpful for humanity. So I hope we find a bigger solution at the end of the day, because everyone deserves to live. Like, no one has the right to just go and be an executioner. You're not fucking Batman, bro. I don't care if you were in the Marines or not, but it's crazy. I was just talking to a friend of mine about like how, recruiters in the military in the US, they be in high school recruiting children. Like you can't go to a sporting event without seeing the military represented. We live in a culture and a society that really promotes, the military. And so I understand people hear someone, oh, this person was a Marine against a black homeless person. I understand we live in a racist country and we're going to have people support that, because we have people support, our military initiatives that kill brown people our whole lives.
That's
so
true. That's a good,
it's
good point.
It sucks, it sucks, but hey, thoughts and prayers to everybody. Definitely a depressing ass topic, though.
Except this fucker Daniel Penny, man.
Hey, I mean, he's surely a disturbed person, like clearly. But yeah, I understand people's anger.
I can't even believe it's only manslaughter. Like, it should be at least like third, second degree murder, something. Like,
I don't know the laws. I don't know the whole story either. So, but yeah, thoughts and prayers, bro. It did seem like, NYPD put more charges on Jonathan Majors than this guy.
Exactly.
It seems like they took that case a lot more seriously.
Moved a lot quicker, right?
But one person who doesn't seem fazed by, his charges is apparently Meagan Good, bro. Like I woke up, I think it was Sunday morning, to text, Jenna texted the family text with Saturday with with an article from TMZ saying Jonathan Majors is dating Meagan Good.
And you sent it to me, and I was like, I hope this isn't true. Why, Meagan? Come on. You just newly single for the last year or something like that? Like,
do you believe this? Because it says sources, say that they're dating. There's no pictures of them together. Neither of them have spoken on this, but we've been talking every week about these headlines, obviously coming from his team, like the text messages, the security footage from his now ex-girlfriend. Everything that's been coming out in the press, I feel like, has been clearly from his team.
They've been trying. They've been doing a really shitty job of trying to fix his image, though.
Do you think that this headline and this story and him dating Meagan Good is a part of that? Because a lot of people were commenting, they're like, "Oh, PR stunt. Don't use a black woman to try to clean up your image when you beat on a white woman." And people were also like questioning Meagan as you did, like, what are you doing? Like,
yeah. I mean, listen, the fact that she hasn't come out and denied it must mean that either it's true or she's trying to help him out, or I don't know. But she hasn't come out and said anything. And it's been how many days? Like a week almost. So I don't.
They say all press is good press. Do you think that they could be in this together? Because we talk about, celebrities calling paparazzi all the time and kind of coordinating things to stay in the news. This doesn't seem like it would be a good headline. But I mean, when's the last time? I don't think we've ever talked about Meagan Good on this live. So
have we never? It's never come up. I'm surprised. I like Meagan Good. She can't act for shit, but she's gorgeous. Like,
yeah, she is gorgeous. Shout out to you, Meagan Good. You know, I don't think this is good for you, but hey,
no, of course not. I mean, this guy 2 months ago he was slapping around his girlfriend, and now suddenly he has a new girlfriend.
I mean, yeah, they're saying there's a lot of people from former relationships who are cooperating with NYPD on these charges. So I don't know. They're trying to fight back with these headlines. I don't think it's helpful. I don't think anybody believes it.
She's trying to jump on that Marvel wagon.
Nah, man, she's in Shazam. She's on DC.
Oh, yeah, that's right. She's in the newer one, right?
She's in both of them. She was in the end of the first one and probably in more of the second one. I didn't see the second one. I heard it was terrible.
Yeah, I only watched part of the first one, and I wasn't really.
But yeah, is this just a Marvel DC crossover?
They're taking the movies to real life.
Oh, my God. Yeah, he needs someone to save him because I feel like, I don't know, man. I think it's trouble for him.
I think he just needs to focus on whatever he needs to focus on to get past these charges and shit. Like, I don't think you need to be trying to date Meagan Good if they're actually dating, if this isn't just PR stuff.
Yeah, we'll see. I don't trust Hollywood at all, bro. Like, especially when people are going through scandals. Like, this just seems like complete bullshit. And who cares? I hate headlines like this. Like, we don't have any confirmation. We don't have any photos.
I know.
It just is really suspicious. Like, okay, why are we hearing about this then?
What is his dating history, though? Like, who has he dated other than this woman that he beat up and then now possibly Meagan Good? Like, do we know?
You got to ask NYPD because they're the ones, they're doing the investigation. And apparently they have some support. I don't know. I mean, he went to school at Yale. He's been acting in mainstream things for the last 6-7 years at least. He finally made it big this year. He was even pretty secretive dating this last girl that he's fighting these charges over. So I'm not sure, but yeah, I guess we'll see what happens. That headline was just funny. I thought it was hilarious. It seems a little bit desperate from both sides, but people do anything to stay relevant.
Yeah, I don't know. It's weird to me. I don't know anything about his dating history. Maybe he just keeps it on the DL, which is probably really smart as a celebrity. But those pictures that he had with Michael B, I still feel like that was a little.
You said
little sugar in the tank.
You said he keeps it on the DL, so I mean, I don't know.
Yeah,
I'm not gonna say nothing.
Double entendre. Ooh,
ooh, don't ooh after that.
don't ooh after that.
Pause. Oh God. Yeah. I don't know, bro. These headlines are not helpful to his case. I don't think it's gonna save him.
And listen, do you want to do a petition to Meagan Good? I mean, typically at this point, if it was Ice Spice, you would be, throwing a shout out. I know Meagan Good's a little older though.
Yeah, I'm good off Meagan Good, especially after this. Hey, I mean, after these headlines, if she wants to, holler at me, cool. But I don't know. This seems a little bit lame. She is still hot though. Shout out to you, girl.
Yeah, she looks great.
Yeah, good for you. We finally are talking about you. As if she.
I can't believe that. I feel like she must have come up before when we were talking about most beautiful actresses. Or
never.
Something like that.
We never mentioned. We got to run all of our lives through AI and ask. Yeah.
Jeez, man. I'm looking at her movies and TV shows. That's a sad list.
All right.
That is.
Oh my God, your twin Nick Cannon, he has his new morning show. It's like all he does is talk about his baby moms. Like it's the best promotion ever. That now we know why he has so many kids and so many baby moms.
Listen, it consumes all of his time. What else can he do? Like,
bro, he must have had the hardest Mother's Day ever. Like, how much do you think Nick Cannon spent?
I would just have one big party.
One big party.
Yeah, why not? Invite all your baby moms, all their other kids, all the kids that they got with you, all the family. Like, just make it a big event.
Yeah, I guess. If I were Nick Cannon, I would only celebrate Mother's Day with my own mother because it's too much. It's too much. Like, I'm not giving everything to 5 or 6 or 7 baby moms, bro. Like, I'm sure he pays them enough, except for Mariah. Like, throughout the year, bro. One whole party, there's no way you're getting all those baby moms in the same house. That's a reality show. Unless you make it a reality show.
Well, I mean, listen, I looking at his pictures of him and Mariah, they looked like a really nice family. I'm sad that it didn't work out for them. Yeah. Him in his Nickelodeon suit and everything.
Yeah, he said when him and Mariah Carey were married that, them living in the same house was like Trump and Putin. And I didn't know kind of what he meant by that because I'm like, is he saying Trump and Putin are lovers? Or
yeah, or they get along really well, or like they fake pretend like they don't get along, but really they do. Like, I don't.
Yeah, I think what he meant was like they're both like have big egos and it's kind of hard to kind of maneuver around each other. But he says they're still good. He says that she checks in on him like every day. She hasn't had any more children since they had their twins, but he's gone on to have like a good 10 more.
I mean, I get it. For Mariah, she doesn't need to. She's at this point in her career where her name alone is, as we've discussed previously, it's pretty solid. She's also 54, so I don't know if she could have any kids at this point, even though we have the outliers of like 60-year-old moms and stuff. But
yeah, especially when you're worth hundreds of millions of dollars, like you can pretty much pay for someone to like make a child.
Yeah.
Shout out to Mariah Carey. Her fans are vicious, so I'm not going to say nothing bad about her. But yeah, I did want to ask you, bro. We've been off for 2 weeks.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody, we still been active on TikTok, on Twitter, on Facebook, and Instagram. So make sure you follow and subscribe to all of those platforms. But we haven't been live for a couple of weeks. And, when we were last live, we were talking about the Ed Sheeran court case.
Mm-hmm.
And he actually ended up winning, I think, a couple days after we went live.
He did.
And I wanted to ask, bro, are you ready to apologize to Ed Sheeran? Because he won the case and you pretty much, you accused him of plagiarizing Marvin Gaye.
Apologize for what? Listen, I don't trust the legal system. The legal system has been wrong many a time. It's convicted people that were innocent. It's let people off that were guilty. Listen, this is all subjective. I don't even know if this judge was like someone who is classically trained in music where they had the ear to be able to decipher what was going on. Like, I don't know anything about this in terms of the details and what went on behind the scenes.
So you disagree with the verdict? You still holding on to your shit? You want to apologize?
I'm saying for me, I don't care. Like, good for him that he got off. Good for him that he's not going to have to retire whatever he said he was going to do if he was found guilty. Hey, it's fine.
You should apologize to Ed Sheeran, bro. Like, come on.
No, I'm
you
good.
were wrong. You were wrong.
I'm not apologizing to that man. I don't know him.
I will apologize to Ed because I said if he retires, I won't care. I still wouldn't care, but you know.
So then why apologize? You don't care either.
Because I listened to him do an interview on Howard Stern on my flight back from Bogota.
Was it good?
It was great. I liked his interviews before, but this time, you know, he pretty much talked about his new album, his friend passing away, his wife getting cancer. He's been going through a whole lot the last couple of years, bro. And you don't really know what someone's going through. So I was like, why is he so emotional? You know, over this, but now I understand why he was emotional.
Things were piling up on him.
Yeah, like, and also he actually, I want to play some audio because he gave a pretty good like rundown of what he actually played for the jury.
With the jury, and I think this is great. And you took out your guitar and you said to the jury, "You think I ripped off this song? I'm going to play you something now and show you how similar things can be." What did you play for that jury? If I was the jury, what did you say to them?
So it was So my one is when your legs don't work like they used to before, and then there's have I told you lately that I love you, and then people get ready, there's a train coming, and then what was the looks like we made it, look how far we've come, my baby, and oh, she breaks just like a woman. I mean, there was 101 songs that. And that was like scratching the surface. There was like 101. You know,
sat down with the jury.
He killed that shit, bro. And he shows that a lot of songs throughout history, even before the Marvin Gaye song, use the same chord progression.
Of course, he's showing that he's a great cover artist, which we already knew.
Yo, you mad disrespectful.
I'm just saying, like, that's what he's showing.
No, he's not. He's showing that all the songs sound the fucking same. And you can't sue somebody for that. That's what he's
doing. The district judge, he ruled that the elements were so common between Let's Get It On and Thinking Out Loud that it couldn't be protected because they're too similar.
It can't be protected because it's too similar in a lot of songs. Let's Get It On wasn't the original song to have that chord progression. That was the point of him doing that.
No, I get it.
So you agree. So then you agree with the ruling then.
I said I get it, but hey, it is what it is.
You should apologize, bro.
Fuck that. I'm not apologizing to anybody that doesn't deserve it.
Wow. You remain a hater for no reason.
I don't have a problem with this guy. I think he makes good music.
No. It's all good, bro. You know who deserves an apology is Lil Wayne's fans, bro. They paid a lot of money to see this man. He performed that thing for like 30 minutes and he brought one of his own artists on stage. The crowd, I think they were in Los Angeles. They weren't feeling his new artist that way. Like, and Lil Wayne, you know, fellow Libra, you know, you, Lil Wayne,
that's
Nick
right.
Cannon, he got upset.
Lil Wayne doesn't play with that shit. He doesn't. Especially, he's had a lot of success with his new artists. I mean, look at Nicki, look at Drake. There's a bunch of other ones like
Gutta, Lil Twist.
Lil Twist isn't bad.
Yes, name 2 songs.
That's not the point.
He's terrible. How you shit on Ed Sheeran and say Lil Twist isn't bad? That's disrespectful.
Listen,
Lil Twist is terrible, bro. Come on.
I don't know.
Let's see. Yeah. Let's see what Wayne said.
We appreciate it, but we ain't about to be bending over backwards for these folks. We work too hard, work way too hard. The Twist that was down, we on your money. We appreciate y'all time.
Mic drop. He had a Laker pants on and everything. He was upset.
Yo, he left. He did not finish his set. Yo, Troy, like, you go to concerts all the time. You were just at a concert this Saturday, bro. Before we get into Wayne, how was that?
Excuse me. The concert was great. It was at SOB's. I saw the God Fahim, Euro Droog, and Nicholas Craven, and they put on a great show.
Oh, yeah, that's right. I saw you posted that. That looked really good.
Yeah, I love those small, intimate shows for sure.
Yeah, it's a nice vibe.
That's dope, bro. So if you go to shows all the time, we all go to shows all the time. If you went to see Wayne and he left, how would you feel?
I'd be very upset. I'd be very, very upset.
Especially for Wayne. Like, he doesn't tour. Like, it's greatest rapper alive. Depending on who you ask. Like, it's difficult. But what's the artist's name? Alan Cubas? I've never even heard of him before this. And when I saw this, I wondered, like, did Wayne do this so that this guy can get some attention?
I don't know. I don't think this is good attention, honestly. It kind of looks sad, like having Wayne come here and be like, "Oh, they don't need us." Like, what the hell? Can he stand up for himself as a man and an artist? Like, people go through ups and downs. You need your daddy Wayne to fucking throw a temper tantrum because people aren't feeling your music. Who the fuck's gonna be a fan of this guy now? I'd be pissed.
I mean, I'm sure his streams went up a little bit, but
for how long though? He's famous for people not fucking with him. Nobody likes him. Like that's fucked up. Like, and for Wayne to do that, I think it's so lame, bro. I'd be so pissed. I would fucking get a refund instantly, bro. This is why I would go to a Pusha T concert before I go to Wayne. I'm
sorry about that. I was trying to pull up one of the videos for Lil Wayne Camera's song with Alan Cubas.
Bro, don't do that to us. I'll pull Lil Wayne. We done.
Mic drop.
Wayne, you gotta stop throwing temper tantrums, bro. What the fuck is wrong with you? He was actually on a good run. Like, I watched his performance at Something in the Water. Jocelyn, she was at his show at the Apollo. She said he did a great job. And he never really tours, so it's just a bad look, bro. Like, you've been in the fucking industry since you were like a baby, bro. Like, you should know that not every night's people aren't gonna fucking know you're unknown artist. So.
He's sober now, so maybe that's
is he?
He's not completely sober, but he's more sober than he used to be. He's not
Did he
lean
say
like
that?
that. Yeah, he said before in interviews he doesn't drink like lean like that anymore.
Is that sober? Like,
I mean, no.
you can't just say shit like that. I'm like, I didn't know Lil Wayne was sober. That's crazy.
He's not sober. He's not on scissor.
Oh, okay.
I mean, listen, after you have a seizure in 2021, it's like, I gotta change my life a little bit.
Word. Yo, speaking of changing your life, Freddie Gibbs, he had a baby. And he has beef with his baby moms, yo.
Yeah.
And she put him on blast on Twitter.
She went off. She really went off.
Did she have his baby yet, or is she still pregnant? I'm confused with that.
That I'm still not 100% certain either. Like, from
Troy, you're a Freddie Gibbs fan.
Yeah, I'm a huge Freddie Gibbs fan. They did not have the baby. She is pregnant with his alleged baby.
Oh, so we don't even know.
Okay.
We don't even know if that's his yet. So damn. So that's so toxic. Has he responded to this? What did she say, Brian? Like, do you have it up?
Oh man. So she had a whole thread that she posted. She said, "So y'all remember when I dated Freddie Gibbs, right? Let's talk about it." And then she goes on to talk about how everything was good. He loved her. He was down with the fact that she was a porn star. You see the picture of them together there with her wearing the porn star shirt and him smiling, cheating hard. And then after he got jumped, when they went to that Buffalo, that whole thing with Griselda and all those guys, things changed up. Things changed up a bit.
She said that they actually stole her chain. And she was in there trying to help them while they were just in there eating lunch. They got their ass beat. We all saw that video. It was terrible.
Yeah, it wasn't good. His face wasn't that messed up though, surprisingly.
He still performed.
Yeah.
And apparently he ended up getting her pregnant. Why? Yeah. Well, why is she upset?
Well, she's upset because now he's basically disappeared. He don't want nothing to do with her. She's been paying his phone bill. He said he doesn't have a phone now. It's just it's a whole mess. She put all types of videos and like personal content. She put her titties up on Twitter. Like, she put him like massaging her butt while she's stretching and stuff. Like, personal text messages. She went off.
God damn, yo.
She went off. She got a crazy thread on Twitter, and it's still up there.
Oh man, that's terrible. Poor baby. If that really is his child, I don't know if he believes it is or not. Has he said anything about this, Troy? Like, has he meant?
He's just been commenting like jokes and stuff on Twitter, but I mean, he doesn't really take any of this shit seriously, so he probably won't respond.
Or he never takes anything fucking seriously. I like that about him. He is funny, but things end up getting too real. He's like 40 years old now. It's like, how long are you gonna do this shit for, yo? Does this affect like you as a fan, like looking at him, or you don't care?
As long as he keeps on spitting like he has been, I'm fine.
No, listen, I listen to Freddie Gibbs' music. I really like his music. I like his flow. He's a good artist, I think. But Social media caught this, and the nickname Freddie Gibbs came out.
That's gross, bro. I never want to hear that again.
And the crazy part is it was like a double entendre. So the first part was that they were saying Freddie Gibbs because Fit Mommy, she said that I've got pictures of you with your asshole on my phone. Like
Shame.
you were spreading it for me.
I don't want to hear no more.
And everybody was like, yo, what?
Oh
How you even take that picture? Like you propped up the phone, like you set the timer. What is going on here,
bro? This is what happens when you walk around with a porn star. She got a T-shirt that says porn star. Yeah. Like this is who you're dealing with. Like I don't know what he expected, but she is ride or die. Like she did get jumped with him. So.
I mean, she's been riding for sure. But then the second part of the what makes it a double entendre is that apparently she's also saying that while they were together, he was having sex with other women and kept like passing diseases to her. And she's a porn star, so she would get tested regularly, and then it would come out. And she would tell him like, "Yo, you got to get tested." Like he's like, "Nah, I'm not fucking with nobody else." He was lying, and he kept like reinfecting her.
Well, I'm judging both of them. This sounds like the worst relationship ever after Jonathan Majors and his ex-girlfriend. I don't know. There's some bad relationships out there. Just because people are famous and have money, clearly they don't have their shit together. I find like all of this to be embarrassing. But, you know, it's sad that, you know, there's a baby involved in this situation. But, hey, you know, Paul George, you know, him and his stripper girlfriend, you know, they had some really nasty custody battles early on, and now that's his wife. They're married and a happy family. You really never know how things can work out. So hopefully they're able to turn it around. But I think this is too much information, and I never want to hear Freddie Gibbs again.
So she went crazy. She was like, "Oh, I told him that I was pregnant," and he was like, "Oh, if you want to have the baby or not, like I understand, but." You know, it's okay. We could be done with this, like in terms of their relationship. And she told him, "Oh, I don't want to have the kid if you're not going to be in the relationship too." But now, you know, it's past that window. There's only a certain amount of time where you could, you know, get it taken care of. So
yeah, clearly she's taking care of it in another way. I don't know what this is supposed to.
Well, yeah, now there's porn videos of her getting railed with the big pregnant belly and everything. She's doing a pregnant porn. Yeah. Yeah,
that's awful.
Yeah, it's tough stuff. And academics got a hold of it, and you know him and Freddie got crazy beef.
Oh shit! So, did you watch the video, bro?
I didn't watch academics talk about it, but he was being scandalous.
Of course, shout out to Ack, bro. Big Ack, big Jersey. Shout out to Freddie Gibbs, bro, and the baby. All those involved. This is all. Could you imagine growing up? And as that baby, bro, you've defended, you know, OnlyFans moms like Amber Rose who said, "Oh, it's normal for the kid." Do you think it's different when you actually see your mother getting penetrated while you're in the womb? Do you think is that where you draw the line on appropriateness?
I mean, if that's how she's made her living for however long, like that's who she is. That's part of who she is,
bro.
I'm not saying it's okay, but like. She's the one that is a porn star. She's the one that's going to have to explain to her kid, like, yo, this is how I had to live. Like, this is the choice that I made. Like, I don't know. I know nothing about this.
You know more than me, bro. That's all I'm saying.
Listen, I read the thread and that shit was a soap opera. Like, that was... It was juicy. Pause.
Bro, imagine being that kid and growing up, right? And someone tags you in a video of your pregnant mother getting railed while you're in the womb. And they'd be like, TBT, you remember this? Is it okay then?
knocking on heaven's door.
God. Yeah, prayers to everyone involved, man. It's a sick situation. I would never want to. I would never want to be involved. This is embarrassing. Like, I felt embarrassed at points in my life. I couldn't imagine going through some shit like this.
Yeah, the thing for me is like, she just put it all out there.
Yeah, I mean, she's a porn star. She's used to that, but
yeah,
this is
no
a little
filter.
bit different.
No filter at all.
Nah, but hey, people put their business out on social media, bro.
They do.
We were out Shakur Stevenson fight last month. Afterwards, we called the UFC fight. We saw our boy Israel Adesanya kick ass, give a motivational speech afterwards. He was on top of the world.
Gave that Kevin Garnett speech. Anything is possible.
Pretty much, bro. He he's been pretty low. Like, nobody really knows much about his personal life, but he went on a rant on social media against his ex-girlfriend, man. And he posted some screenshots that she shared that she had sent him in the past, saying things like, I've worked in mental health, so I'm really good at manipulating people, but I would never use it. And also, it's not always fun living in his shadow and taking second priority because what he's doing is so important. After a while, it just makes me feel small. And also, Izzy, if I move out, I'll drift away. So then, Israel Adesanya, he decided, to respond to this in his Instagram stories, and he had a lot to say. I'll read it all.
Disrespectful. You're gonna read this? Okay.
Yes, sir. I mean, you did us a favor and read that Freddie Gibbs thread, so I got it. We got to go back and forth.
Gotcha.
Teamwork, bro. He says, I wish I'd let you drift away into a miserable existence because misery loves company and you love being a victim. Any whore, sign the tenancy agreement ASAP. I also really hope you lawyer up and come for my assets like you said. I hope you try to affect my businesses such as Puma with your weak bitch threats. Please do so. Let's pay for it all. You have a sugar daddy now who will pay for everything. For someone who moves in silence, he sure does talk a lot about you guys' plan. LOL. Mentally drain me. Ha ha ha. You are pathetic. Even worse than when you said, well, you're going to have to break up with me then. So you can be a victim just the way you like. You're just like Redacted, and you're worse than Redacted. Show this to Redacted. Show this to your lawyer, too. You have never helped me make money, only ever cost me money. Now you think you deserve half my shit? What an entitled, pompous brat you are. I spit on you. I dare you to start your stupid campaign.
That's the African shit. I spit on you.
You are responsible for your emotions. You don't care about my life because you sold info about me. So I don't care about yours. I don't even hate you. I just don't care about you. I've not been in love with you for a while. In summary, how you summarize after all that? In summary, I'm glad this all happened. I wouldn't change a fucking thing. I'm glad I finally have someone who can stand next to me and not feel like my shine takes away from theirs. Confident in her own light. Damn, this will be the last time you are hearing from me. My lawyers will be in touch. By Style Bender's X with a little nail painting emoji.
Yo, the nail painting emoji is hilarious.
Yo, Israel Adesanya is clearly very hurt. For a guy who's not personal, he really revealed a lot in that fucking paragraph. Way too much, if you ask me. Yeah. Clearly he's very hurt.
I don't know if it was worth a response like that, but we just talked about people airing shit out on social media, and clearly he wanted to do that as well. So,
bro, we talked about this man taking shots at a child last month. After 7 years, he went out his way to point out Alex Pereira's son after he knocked him out to mock him. So he's very petty.
I kind of like that though. I kind of like that. You gotta hold on to that one because that kid was really disrespectful. He laid down on the ground right next to him in the middle of the ring. You gotta get him back for that,
bro. It's a child, man.
Yeah, he's a teenager now. He's ready to catch these hands.
Women and children, bro. Come on, we're supposed to have boundaries. But yeah, he's saying that they were not married, but she wants to take half of his shit, half of his assets. She's saying that she was with him through his come up and everything. Do you think that she has a case? We talked about the Tiger Woods story. Like, is this just going to become a trend?
This is different than the Tiger Woods story, which I think the Tiger Woods thing is like.
What's the difference? They weren't married either, and she's suing him.
Yeah, but she's not suing him for half of his net worth. She's suing him for like
$30 million
punitive damages or some shit.
She's calling him her landlord.
Well, that's what he did. Like,
no, that was his girlfriend.
That was his girlfriend. He treated her like he was the landlord, and then it's just a different situation. But I think with Izzy, I've never even seen this chick before, Charlotte. Which, we've watched a lot of Izzy fights. I feel like you would see her.
Nah, he was shining too bright for her. She felt overshadowed. Apparently. She couldn't handle it.
Listen, man, girlfriends, if y'all break up, I'm sorry, you don't get anything. That's just how it is. Whatever gifts you got, you get to keep them in most cases, unless the guy asks for them back, which that's a whole different.
Unless you Floyd Mayweather, like we talked about that.
Yeah,
did. I did want to ask you. This is a totally different topic, but like randomly came across my brain. After a breakup, like what's the rule on like going to places that your ex like showed you? Like, do you just stay away from those places, or is there a time limit that you should stay away? Is it okay to bring someone new into a spot that your ex showed you?
I don't think there is a time limit. Like
if you break up with someone, right, and you showed them a few spots, right, and they bring someone new to that spot after you broke up with them, are you gonna be salty?
And I find out about it, all right, maybe there is a time limit. Give it like a month or two.
A month or two?
Yeah, damn. A month or two at least. Like, give it some time to rest. The fact that we're broken up now, like you got to wait a little bit.
Yeah, honestly, I don't want that shit to happen to me. But I'm selfish. if you show me a cool spot, yeah, I'm going.
That's what I'm saying. Like, if it's a dope spot where I actually want to go and take somebody again, then that's not off limits. Unless it's like the place is our spot. Like, we go there once a month to have dinner and drinks. Like, then it's like, all right, that's kind of like that's crossing the boundary.
How many spots do you have like that though? Like, honestly, what's the difference? Because I don't know. For me, it's like I collect spots that people show me. And if you go somewhere that someone else showed you, do you tell the next person? If they ask, like, oh, do you come here often? Oh, how did you find out about this? Oh, yeah, my ex-girl told me. Like, would you tell them, or you just play it off?
I definitely would play it off. Be like, no, I've been coming here for a few years now. Like, nothing crazy. It's a dope spot, though. Like, you like it?
Bro, one time I went to this restaurant, like, with my ex when we were dating, like, years ago. And I was like, it had been the first time I ever went there. Like, legitimately. It was right in my neighborhood, though. So I go in, and before I was like, oh, I've never been here. Let's do brunch here. I've always, like, passed by it. And we smoked beforehand. So it was a little bit high. And we walk in, and the guy's like, oh, hey, welcome back. I was like, bro, I've never been here.
Asshole.
For real. I was like, yo, I swear to God, I wouldn't make it up if why would I lie about that? I don't know if he saw me around the neighborhood or what, but she was not like fully believing me, I don't think. But I'm like, why would I lie? Like,
that's not cool.
Yo, it was hilarious. And then like, it was just weird. I don't know if he was smoking too, because we asked to eat outside, and he like announced it to the whole restaurant. Oh, they want to eat outside. It was like a weird.
Wait, what?
Yeah, it was. It was like a really weird experience. Imagine smoking before that interaction too. I was just like, listen, I don't know. This place is weird.
Start to feel like you're in an alternate universe or something like that.
No, for real. But that place is closed. Actually, they're going to build a Left Bank Burger Bar there. So Bergen Lafayette. Shout out to that area, okay. Jersey City. Yeah. But yeah, man, I don't know how the law works in New Zealand, where Izzy's from, and so is this young lady. I think he's very hurt, man. He mentioned her new sugar daddy, which he's been keeping track of her shit. And he also mentioned his new girl, saying, oh, I have a girl who's not worried about my shine. So, and he's also a Cancer, and he also takes shots at children. So prayers to everyone involved. And you're right. Like, if you're someone's girlfriend, or, you're not entitled to shit. Like, come on. It's not cool. Get married, put a ring on it, like Beyonce said, or move on.
Yeah. It's, hopefully they could figure this out, but hopefully he also doesn't have to give her anything, because no.
Yeah. Well, he definitely gave her a mouthful on Instagram, bro. Speaking of Instagram, your boy, Ja Morant, is back on IG Live.
This guy just does not stop.
Bro,
I don't understand.
I'm actually disappointed in you, bro. Like, I thought you were gonna come with the Vancouver Ja Morant jersey.
I was thinking about it. I really was thinking about it, but I can't support this stupidity. Like, this is just dumb shit. I don't get it.
Yeah, I really do like your shirt. Can you show everybody what you wore instead?
Of course. So here's what I got, y'all. It says, long story short, God saved my life.
Dope.
There you go. Yeah.
Yeah, you went the other side. You didn't go to the dark side. It's all good.
Exactly.
But like I think I had posted on the No Chill thing on the No Chill story, but you had originally thought that it was the same video from before, and I think a lot of people were shocked to see. Nah, he went on IG Live again with the gun.
I can't believe it. I can't believe it. Like, listen, I don't know what's going on with Ja, but he needs help. Somebody has to make him understand that he's about to fuck everything up. He's about to lose his job to Kenny Lofton Jr. if he keeps this bullshit up. Like, I just don't understand what's going through his mind to think like, I need to pull out this and it's still a little ass gun. It's like, dude, if you're gonna be 6 foot whatever and have these big ass hands, get a gun that at least fits in your hand that you don't have to hold with 2 fingers. Like you don't have to stand on top of a car. You don't have to carry the gun and wave it around. You don't have to do any of these things, regardless of whether or not it's legal, not legal, anything like that. You are worth $200 million.
Shame.
I don't understand it. I don't. Like, the whole franchise is depending on you. You could be one of the greatest point guards ever if you would stop doing dumb shit. You're only 23 years old. I get it. Like, there's a lot going on. You got all this money now. You're under 25. But you doing this shit around niggas. You're not even around women acting wild. Like, it's just...
Is that where you're supposed to pull out guns around women? What are you saying?
But I'm just saying, like, acting wild in general, doing stuff that doesn't make sense. Like, I don't get it. I don't get it.
Damn. No, we got Nat in the chat. Yo, what up? What up, Nat?
What's up, baby?
But yeah, bro, that was really passionate. I mean, you're a fan. You got his jersey, and I really like that jersey too. That shit's legit.
Me too. I love the throwback Grizzlies jerseys, man. The back in Vancouver. Maybe they need to go back to Vancouver so that he doesn't do this. But I don't know what it is with Memphis. Maybe that lifestyle. Like, Memphis is a pretty gritty city. Like, what's the saying? Get it from the mud. I'm from the dirt. Like, all those different sayings that they have in the South about how hard they are. Maybe it's going to his head.
Pause.
Yeah.
But hey, bro, that I don't know. I think maybe Ja's just really a gangster.
He's not, man. There's all these pictures going around online. This man with his glasses and his little polo tees and his family photos matching and stuff. Like, come on,
bro. You don't know. Like, I grew up. I know people who grew up with like nerds in glasses and their dad's like a cop and they end up in a gang. You never know. Like, for real. It seems like I'm just going to assume he is who he's telling us he is. I mean, outside of the apology, bro. And, you know, people were very critical of the apology. Do you have it, bro? Because they're saying ChatGPT wrote this shit, man. I don't know. We talk about AI. You know, we talk about John Morant. He apologized to Adam Silver in his face. And Adam Silver,
he did. They had a meeting face to face.
And Adam was pissed. I know, you know, you like the NBA commissioner and what he's done with the league. I'm not sure. I think you were supportive of the initial punishment.
Yeah.
But it was kind of with a stern warning, don't do this type of shit again. And Adam Silver seemed like he took this personal, like MJ a little bit. And people are talking about full season long suspension. The Grizzlies suspended him. They didn't give an amount. They said he's suspended from team activities.
Yeah.
But from what Adam Silver said, do you think that he'll be suspended for like half the season or more? And do you think that his apology is helping the situation?
To the first part, if they suspend him for half the season, that's ridiculous.
Really?
That, in my opinion, that's ridiculous. And
what's appropriate then?
I think it should be up to the team. It's not during the season for him. It's the off season.
Yeah, but it's the same exact reason he got. He said he went to mental health facility, said he was working on stress, which is something that you said you didn't buy. I didn't really buy it either, but I'm like, hey, whatever. Like, we don't know what's going on in his head. He's off. The Grizzlies were out the playoffs maybe 2 weeks ago, and he's already on top of everything you explained. Like, they have to do something about it. You know, the NBA. He also lost you said like $39 million because he didn't make the All NBA team this year because he missed games and he was, in these scandals. So I think that he should get suspended. I'm not sure for how long, but half season makes sense to me because they have to set some type of standard.
Yeah, I definitely agree that I'm not saying that there shouldn't be no punishment. I'm saying there should be consequences. Mm-hmm. He's the face of a NBA team. He's supposed to be a role model for kids that watch and love this game. But half a season for doing something that didn't break the law, that didn't hurt anyone, like where's the line? If you do something that the NBA doesn't like or condone, then suddenly you can get suspended for half the season. I think that's stupid.
Yeah, that's why they have like rules and codes of conduct. You're such a fucking Libra. How do you take both sides of this? That's amazing.
Because I think he's an idiot, but I don't think he should be suspended half a season. That's 41 games. You think 41 games he shouldn't be able to play in the NBA because of what happened in May of this year? So he won't play again until the All-Star break? What?
Yeah,
that's crazy.
Do you think that stupidity is a mental illness? It's Mental Illness Awareness Month, or what is it? Mental Awareness Month, Mental Health Awareness Month.
There you go.
Do you think that stupidity is a mental illness? Does that count?
I don't think it's stupidity. I think it's what's the opposite of wisdom? Ignorance. Like I don't.
How was it ignorance when he said he got the education about it after he did the same thing like 6 weeks ago, bro? You can't claim ignorance when you have people putting you in a facility, putting out statements and he puts out an apology that he can't even write himself, bro.
Maybe it went in one year, went out the other. He did make a little bit of progress. It wasn't his Instagram that this went up on. Somebody, his boy that was with him, recorded him. That's why you got to be careful who your friends are. Like, his boy should be looking out for him. Like, I'm not gonna fuck up the money after this nigga just got in trouble.
He fucked up the money, man.
Of course, he got to take responsibility for his actions. But bro, he needs a whooping. At 23 years old, where is his dad? His dad be going to every single game, but he's nowhere to be found right now.
What is his dad supposed to do?
Be a father, discipline him, do something.
Bro, you don't discipline a grown man worth $200 million. How's he going to discipline him? Put him over his lap and spank him? What are you talking about?
I don't know, but he's about to get disciplined by the league.
Exactly. So why are you against that? I don't understand. Like, they have to send the message.
Half the season is nuts.
I think it makes sense, because they just talked to him about this. And what is he going to keep doing this shit?
Suspend him for a month. Suspend him for
they have to send a message. You know why? Because this young generation, like I've said for a long time, they value the internet more than real life. And this is one of the most extreme examples that we've seen. And that's why most people can't understand it. He's worried about looking cool on Instagram, putting out this image on Instagram than his fucking career, his $200 fucking million career. He doesn't care. He's cool. He's in the moment showing off for the camera. And I think it speaks to a larger problem to society, and he's just a real example of it. We're teaching kids to live for the camera. People are liking videos of scripted things from children.
True.
They're seeing this type of behavior. So I think this is just the first example of many to come, and I think that's why you have to send the message that you got to be fucking more responsible. Don't be dumb. That's it. And maybe he really is a thug. And maybe, I don't know. But I'm glad that the Knicks got RJ Barrett, bro. Congrats to the New York Knicks. They had a great season.
Man, not after that last game. I wouldn't be that happy, but...
Well, your team isn't involved in the playoffs, and they lost the lottery, bro.
I mean, that's okay, but I don't know.
The NBA lottery was last night. The Blazers, they had a 10% chance, and they came real close. How did you feel, bro? Were you watching it live? And did you see? Oh, you didn't see the last three.
I wasn't watching. I was in the gym.
Damn.
I was in the
They
gym,
didn't have it on?
No. I was, checking my phone and I got the updates and stuff. Honestly, I wasn't surprised that we didn't get it. I was happy that we got the third pick at least, but for it to go to the Spurs, it's come on, man. How many championships do they need?
Oh my God.
We got 5 with Duncan. 5 championships with Duncan. They get every single big man, which you pointed out to me. They all go to Texas. It's like, come on, give us a break.
It's the NBA script, bro. That's why I thought, he would go to Houston or the Spurs. That's what I envisioned because, they got Yao, Hakeem in the Rockets, and they had Duncan and Robinson at the same time in the Spurs, all like number 1 picks. Hakeem was number 1 too. MJ was number 3. Whoever went number 2, goddamn. Yeah. That sucks. But hey, man, they're saying it's the Blazers' fault, bro. Beggars can't be choosers, man.
It was Clyde Drexler, by the way.
He was number 2?
I think so.
No, he wasn't, man. It was somebody else. I forget his name. But yeah, beggars can't be choosers, bro, because they're saying the Blazers are already saying, we're going to shop this number 3 pick to help Dame.
Right, he wasn't.
Now they want to help Dame. It makes no sense, bro. They're like stuck in the middle. Like, hey, I'll take that number 3 pick. And also New York Knicks, man. I've been saying it for a couple of years. It's time to trade Julius Randle. And I think it's finally going to happen. You need to get rid of
Randle and RJ. RJ's a bum.
Don't disrespect RJ Barrett.
I will disrespect him every time.
And also RJ had a really good playoffs outside of that last game. And hey, he's 22 years old. Julius Randle is a big baby. And hey, he has a lot of value from being 3rd team All-NBA, made the All-Star game. I think we could make a good move. I mean, there's a ton of players out there that people are mad at. Jordan Poole, Ayton. There's a lot of people.
Don't forget your boy Klay Thompson now.
Oh, yes, Klay. A lot of people had bad postseason. So I think the Knicks move Julius Randle, maybe get, Joel Embiid.
You got to stop following that make the Knicks great again or whatever the fuck the page is because they are delusional. Embiid, come on,
bro.
That's like me saying, the Blazers are going to use that 3rd pick so they can get Embiid. Come on.
No, it's not because people actually want to play for the Knicks. Nobody wants to play in Portland.
Who wants to play for the Knicks?
Donovan Mitchell. Like as soon as he's available, it wasn't his choice. It wasn't his choice, but hey, shout out to the Knicks. You guys had a great season. And also, Isaiah Hartenstein, the backup center on the Knicks?
Yeah.
Do you know that he's black?
I'm not doing this right now.
You're not doing
he's
what?
Not. No, he's not.
Bro, his dad looks like you, man. His dad is half black, and he is half German. He's half African-American, half German. And, yeah, he's like 7 feet tall, just like Isaiah.
You can't tell it all.
I know, it's crazy. Like I was literally shocked. I'm like, yo, he.
Wow,
worse than
LinkedIn
logic.
really says that too. Afro-German descent,
bro. It's insane. Isaiah Hartenstein is black. Like isn't that crazy?
Who's more black, him or Logic?
Yo, that's a hard question. I don't know. I think Isaiah is more black because he doesn't scream it out all the time.
I don't know, man. I don't know. At least Logic has like some curl to his hair. Like,
yeah, but no. Isaiah's way blacker. He's 7 feet tall. He's a baller. He's dating a white woman. Come on. What? He's black as shit. Yo, shout out to Isaiah Hartenstein.
Criteria is crazy.
Yo, but if you had kids with a white woman, they could look like that. Like it's crazy. Because his dad kind of looks a little bit like your complexion, a little bit, and it's just like
I need to look up what his dad looks like.
But, yeah, it's crazy. I just found this out like 2 weeks ago. I told my whole family. I was like, he's black.
Oh wow, his dad does. His dad's bald too.
Yeah, right. He's like your same like type of complexion. I was like, wow.
I like his dad's name. His name is Florian.
Yeah. Shout out to them, man. Shout out to the Knicks. Yo, fuck Mark Cuban. But yeah, bro. Also,
wait, why Mark Cuban? What?
Because the Mavs, have a top 10 protected pick, and they tanked the last game, to get the 10th pick. But hey, we'll see next year in 2025.
The Spurs have like mad first round picks this year.
Oh, really?
Yeah, they've got like 3 in the top 15.
Damn, that's nice. That's a stacked draft.
Yeah, so I think they're probably going to draft Victor Wembanyama and then maybe use the next 2 to like get somebody amazing.
Yeah. Well, we'll see, man. There's been a lot of changes in the NBA. Your boy Doc Rivers.
Oh my God.
Finally fired.
Doc Rivers fired. Coach Bud fired. Jeez, man. The hits keep coming. Hits keep coming. It's crazy.
It's a cold world, man. But yeah, I mean, we talked about this before the live. Like, I'm not too upset about the Knicks losing. I feel like they kind of overachieved. this season. I would have wanted them to beat the Heat, but nobody had them as a top 4 Eastern team, I don't think. For the 76ers to lose in the semis again with the MVP, Embiid, with Harden playing pretty well early in the series, with the game being very close in the third quarter, with them having the lead in the fourth quarter in Philly in Game 6. Is there a more painful way to lose than how they lost? Because Jason Tatum said, "I'm going to cut your throat." And that's what he did.
He was cold the whole game. All of Game 6, he was cold. And then fourth quarter, he hit a couple back-to-back threes, and that was the Sixers did nothing. It was like, oh, snap. He's scoring. What do we do? Like, they
gave up, man.
They gave up. And that's why I think that it's a good thing that Doc is gone. This is a coach where I think Doc Rivers is a good coach, but if you look back on his career, most people will agree if it wasn't for that championship with the Celtics, people would have a much different view of him. and in fact, if you look at his career, it's possible that what is it, 08 Celtics team, that they won in spite of him and not because of him.
Damn,
And that's how I feel about it. You look at the Clippers, you look at what he did with the Sixers, like it's bad.
Yeah, I know, you've been blaming him for the Sixers losses. He blamed Ben Simmons a couple of years ago pretty publicly, which I thought was kind of fucked up, but hey, the Sixers, they made a lot of questionable decisions the last 5-6 years. Where do they go from here? And what do you think happens to Doc? Like,
I think for the Sixers, they've got to figure out a way to first let Harden go because he's not going to pick up his option, and then figure out who they're going to have as their point guard. Maxey is good, but he's probably going to be a trade piece for them.
What? How do you get rid of Maxey? He was like their best player this playoffs.
They got it. They
or
have to have
most consistent.
They have to have something to put together to trade.
Tobias
Like
Harris.
they sent mad picks for Harden. Like what do they have?
Trade Embiid to the New York Knicks. That's what they can do. Come on,
please stop it.
Why?
Embiid to the Knicks is never happening.
Okay, I'm gonna take that when he gets traded.
Save that. Save that clip. But it won't happen. I could see. It's possible that they decide to completely blow it up, but I would be surprised. It's never been the Sixers' MO.
It has. They were the ones who tanked.
Blow it up.
They're the ones who tanked for like 10 years before they drafted Embiid. So you never know. I mean, I feel like they reached their peak with this team. We'll see. I mean, the Knicks, I feel like they're gonna make some big moves. Karl Anthony Towns, grew up a Knicks fan. He's never been a winner, but I'll take him on the Knicks 100%. We need to help Jalen Brunson. Shout out to Jalen Brunson, bro.
Brunson is great. He's already outplayed his contract. It's sick that y'all got him for only $100 million. Like I cannot. That shit makes my stomach turn,
bro. It's crazy. He needs a raise 100%. People are clouding the
already. It's crazy. Like $100 million. They paid. How much did they pay RJ?
More.
Yeah. That's insane.
It is. But these contracts. Upside, Brunson had a really good playoffs last year. He kind of hit his peak, but he's a hard worker. He's a great leader. I love Jalen Brunson. Like
he's the one person on the team that's really got like that dog. Like in the fourth quarter, the game is closed. He'll go into overdrive. He's good. But back to these coaches. Monty Williams is on the market too. Monty's going to get a job somewhere. He's good. I'm surprised that the Suns let him go.
Well, he was beefing with Ayton.
Yeah, he's beefing with Ayton, but at the same time, I think that the reason that they lost is because they traded away all their depth.
Yeah, and he only had 6 games with a healthy KD in the regular season. It wasn't really fair. Chris Paul gets hurt.
What are you going to do?
That wasn't fair. So whatever it is, it's a cutthroat league. I would take him as a coach of the Knicks.
Hell 100%. Yeah, I would love for Billups to get fired and to take Monty because Billups ain't doing shit.
Who you got for the rest of the playoffs, though? We got the Lakers and Nuggets. Nuggets took game 1. We got the Heat and Celtics going on right now. Rematch from last year's Eastern Conference Finals. So who you got taking it all?
Listen, I'm still rolling with the Lakers. I'm rolling with the Lakers. I wore that jersey for a reason a few weeks back.
You wore that jersey because of LSU, bro. Let's be real.
I wore it because of LSU and also because the playoffs were getting ready to start with the play-in. And
Get
I
the
said,
fuck out of here.
I said it on the live. I said, listen, I'm here for LSU and also the Lakers.
I got to double check that record.
Go ahead.
Everyone go check that video
I
out.
specifically said, my team's not in the playoffs. I got to pick somebody. I'm going to go with the Lakers.
Okay.
And they have not disappointed. Listen, that game last night was really good once it got to like the third and fourth quarter, because the first half it looked like the Lakers had no business being there.
Yeah.
They came out so flat the first quarter and just let Embiid Jokic do whatever he wanted. And then they turned it on. I think somebody that has not been talked about enough is probably Darvin Ham.
The coach?
Yeah.
Yeah.
He made adjustments like right after halftime, and then they started catching up slowly but surely. And even when the Nuggets tried to pull away, the Nuggets didn't miss anything. They shot 50% not only from the field but from three the whole game. They weren't missing. And all their starters scored like over 20 points.
Yeah, but the Nuggets won, so I'm going for the Nuggets because our brother Tori, he's a Nuggets fan, and I'm honestly, I hate all the rest of the teams. Like, I was rooting against all of them. But the Nuggets, they haven't won in a long time. Troy, do you have a dog in the race?
Either Nuggets or Heat.
Nuggets have never even been to the finals.
Never?
No.
Oh, damn. I got to go for Denver then. Like, they got Weed. They got Russell Wilson. I didn't see Sierra, so that's upsetting. But yeah, shout out to Tori. I got you, bro. I want my brother to be happy, honestly.
What about the East? What do you think about the East? Who's going to make it out?
I'm going to go with Boston. Jason Tatum just too good. But they got Jimmy Butler's also a superstar, in my opinion. And they're looking for revenge from last year. I don't know who's winning the game right now, but I hate both those teams. I'm not going to lie. I want the Heat to win because I just can never root for Boston. And I do not want another Boston-LA finals. So we'll see.
Celtics are up 10 right now, 59-49.
Okay.
Yeah.
We'll see. It should be two good series. I think both teams are decently matched up.
Decently matched up, and they know each other really well in terms of they played each other last year too.
Yeah. Speaking of knowing each other well, man, this woman, she knew her neighbors a little bit too well, bro. She said it. My walls are mad thin. I hear them having sex all the time. She said she left them a letter. And she gave them 2 Coronas. Shout out, Cinco de Mayo.
Yeah.
She said, their sex drive is crazy, apparently, and she can hear them fucking all the time. She said, of course, she broadcasted this to her Twitter following. She said, I can't do this. I'm losing my mind. I literally can't enter my bedroom without hearing them fucking. She angrily tweeted, they're keeping me up at night and waking me up in the morning. It's insane. So she left them a handwritten letter and 2 Coronas. And she said that they took the note and the beers at some point, and she asked them to move the bed to like a different side of the room.
She did.
But she was wrong. They said, we don't give a fuck. She heard the woman's alarm go off at 6 a.m. and heard her dramatically fake moan a couple times. And also she started hearing the bed bang against the wall, bro. What do you make of this, man? Like, you live in a condo, like, you share walls. I know people have complained to you about walking in the hallway, even though they didn't even fucking live there. You've had to deal with this. Like, what do you make of the situation? Was she being a Karen, or was she right to leave them a couple Coronas?
I mean, at 6 a.m., that's tough. I mean, but at the same time, that morning wood and like you up and ready, like it happens like that. And plus, you want to get it in before you got to get ready to go to work. So I
got to go to work before you go to work.
Exactly. Put in that work to go to work. So I don't think she's depending on what's going on. It could be really annoying. Luckily for me, the way my condo's set up, my bedroom isn't like near anyone's walls or anything like that. Even none of my, I'm like secluded kind of in my building, so it's fine. But she really did handwrite this letter. She said, just a friendly reminder that the walls between our houses are much thinner than you might think. Congrats to you guys on your apparently very healthy sex life. Seriously, good for you. However, I would prefer not to be part of it, and I'm sure you'd both prefer that as well. I applaud you for your stamina, but it's gotten to the point that it's interfering with my sleep schedule, so I figured it's time to say something. Please accept these beers as a peace offering / bargaining chip, excuse me. I was hoping they might be enough to persuade you to maybe move your bed to the other side of the room. Sincerely, your neighbors in 83.
Honestly, I would fake moan too after I read that shit. I'd drink the beers. I'd be like, I don't give a fuck. Sorry. If you don't want to hear me moan, you move your fucking bed, okay? I'm sorry. Like, it is what it is. Like, you share walls. You share space. Hey, I try not to be petty, though. One when I first moved here after a couple months, I got a note under my door from the person who lives below me. And they were like, oh, your footfall is extremely loud, blah, blah, blah. And I just found it to be very obnoxious. She was like, oh, like, it sounds like you're moving furniture all day, every day. And I tried to give you time to settle in. I'm like, you give me time? But I didn't respond, but I did, just start wearing my easy flip-flops around to ease the stomp. I'm on top. I'm sorry.
Exactly.
I'm on top. If you don't have the top spot, but I try to be accommodating. You know what I mean? But I did feel some type of way, like you leaving a note. But hey, I'm sure she'll find a way to deal with it. Get some earplugs or get some dick, girl. Like, I think she's just hating. Make it a competition. You know what I mean? Like,
exactly.
I'm a competitive person, so if someone wants to make my life more difficult, then hey, we'll see what happens. I can be a little bit loud too. You want to wake me up at 6? I'll wake you up at 4. Fuck you. You know what I mean? But hey, she tried to give him beer. She tried to make peace. But hey, she also shared it on Twitter, which to me, I historically always go against the person who shares shit on the internet. Even though I love the fact that they do it, because then we get to talk about it.
Yeah. I mean, I just think you got to figure out a way to block it out, because clearly they're not going to move their bed. I wouldn't move my bed either. Like, I have my room set up the way I do because this is what works for me. This is my feng shui. So fuck what you're talking about.
Yeah, honestly, that's the main thing. Like, you can say, this is affecting me, but to ask to move the bed, I feel like that's too much.
Yeah, exactly.
Word.
You should have included some of those bed stoppers. Those things you put on the back of your bed so the headboard doesn't knock against the wall. She should have given him some of those.
Oh, damn. I didn't even know that existed, but
yeah,
But yeah, man, people's priorities are different. Some people prioritize sex. Some people prioritize sleep.
Mm-hmm.
But this single mom, she prioritizes sex, bro.
Yeah.
And, she's also a dating coach, bro. She says, she's had people call her a slut, a whore, and even go as far as to say she's an awful mother and social services should be called on her kids. The 27-year-old mother of 2 said, but she says she's a single mom, but sex is her top priority. And she's also a dating coach. So she goes on TikTok and she gives advice to different people and, kind of goes, pretty much explains like her journey through dating as a single mom. I think she has a 5-year-old and 11-month-old.
Oh,
and
wow.
Yeah. And she's taking some heat, man. She claimed women should be worried if a man has slept with over 1,000 women, saying it's normal. And she also said women should worry if a man's body count is less than 20, saying she would question what is wrong with him. She also disclosed her own body count, claiming it was around 60 or 70. And the TikTok star also caused controversy by saying men should always date younger women and that cheating with an escort is acceptable.
Yeah.
Well, it seems like she has this article, like it had the headline, right? Like, oh, sex is her top priority. You open it up and she has mad takes. I want to get her on the show.
These takes are crazy. Like over 1,000 women is normal for her. Does she know how many weeks are in a year? There's 52 weeks in a year. You know how many? Yo.
But you have to do the math because she actually has a calculation for dating. She says men should date women who are half their age plus 7. So she's 27. So I'm not sure what that would be for her. What is that? 40, right? It would be 40-year-olds she would date, right?
Yeah.
So if you're a 40-year-old, there's 52 weeks in the year. How many women do you 1,000 might be normal for a 40-year-old? I don't know. She's had 60 or 70. She has 2 kids. She's done calculations, so it seems like she's aware. But she says it's a red flag if someone had less than 20. And also she says it's fine. It's not cheating if a guy goes to an escort. Do you agree with any of these takes?
I mean, listen, I don't think that there's something wrong with somebody if they've had less than 20 sexual partners. I don't know. I think if it comes to paying for sex, that's personal preference. Everybody can have their own opinion on that. I don't think it's a right or wrong sort of thing. But I just think some of her numbers are a little crazy.
Yeah, 1,000 sounds a little bit much. But, she's on TikTok. She's trying to get clicks. But, hey, it seems like she lives by it. And I kind of agree with her a little bit. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, it's a little bit. I feel like she's just very honest and sensationalizing what she's saying. But obviously
she's exaggerating quite a bit.
But she's against slut shaming. So she is an open slut. Pretty much. She says people call her a slut and a whore, but she just likes sex. She doesn't see anything wrong with it. So I think if she's looking for someone who also is aligned with liking sex, then that's what she's looking for. I mean, but she is giving advice to other people. So I think that's that's where, things get a little bit cloudy because I feel like her numbers don't really reflect reality. But I think I think what she's saying actually makes a lot more sense than other people who kind of talk about relationships. I don't know.
I mean, sometimes I think that both sides are usually more extreme. When you have the people that talk about abstinence and things like that, they're pretty extreme with what they recommend. And then when you have people like her, it's like, oh yeah, fuck everybody. But then oddly enough, farther on, she talks about penis size and she's like, oh, does size matter? And usually you would think somebody that's had 60 to 70 partners, they're like, nah, I want a nice size penis. And she's like, no, actually, I want average or smaller. That's best for me. This is a woman for the people, I'm telling you right now.
For real. I mean, clearly she has an 11-month-old and she's single. So clearly she's not. I wouldn't take advice from her. I'm sorry.
Listen, but she also said women don't need to orgasm for sex to be good.
Yo, she's right though. I mean, if that's her experience, then who can argue against that? She's saying she could give herself an orgasm, but the experience is more just of a whole thing of between a man and a woman, what she looks for. And I get that. Sometimes you can have fun without, finishing. That's just her opinion. So I think she's being very honest a little bit, too sensationalized. She also says that she likes to bring her kids out on dates with her. So, I mean, to actually move forward with this woman, it seems like a little bit a lot, but hey,
I mean, listen, I gotta say, the more I read this article and at first it started off and I was like, oh no, she's wilding. She's just saying shit for clickbait. But then some of the other stuff, I'm like, this kind of makes sense the way that she was explaiing it.
Yeah, she seems intelligent.
Yeah, she seems like she's thought things out. She has a different sort of lens that she's viewing the world through. Like she said, if I go out on a date and I'm a single mom, sure, it's going to be a nice date. It's going to be a good time, but it's not what my reality is. So yeah, I take my kids on the date. If they're with me, they feel safe. I feel safe. They're secure. And it shows you what life is really going to be like with me.
Yeah. Yeah, it's interesting. I really want to check out her TikTok. I want to get her on the live. Shout out to you. I wonder if she's found someone. And I wonder if she's helped people. But yeah, I think slut shaming is not cool. People live their lives, and yeah, clearly she's lived, and I would hate to be that child on a date, with my mom. That's terrible. Like, could you imagine? That's almost as bad as being in the womb and being on porn, but no, it's not. That's way worse.
Yeah, that's much worse.
Pray for the kids, man. Pray for the kids. That's sad. Like, it's just awkward. I'm sorry. Like, bring your kid on a date. I don't think that's appropriate, because I would hate to be the kid in that situation. Like, oh, some strange guy. Like, oh, for what? How many guys are you going to introduce to your kid? There should be a boundary. You should actually have a vetting system. You know what I mean? Because now you're desensitizing your children to having a role model around. You know, it's just a little bit weird. But outside of that, I do respect her point of view. I don't agree with everything she said, but I agree with some of what she said.
I think that maybe the kids should be introduced earlier on in the relationship. I know a lot of women, because of those aspects of, like you're saying, building a relationship early on with the kids, it can mess them up if then suddenly that guy is no longer there and they like them or something. But it could be important. Maybe not like the first date, but maybe the fourth date. Where you take the kids with you or something.
Maybe, I think that's fair.
Yeah,
I think that's fair. Don't be like fucking Pete Davidson and get your girlfriend's kids tattooed on you, because then she breaks up with you and you look like a clown.
Yeah, before the divorce is even complete.
What a loser. But yeah, Pete Davidson got dumped last year, but there's a new dating trend called delicate dumping, and they're saying it's cruel. Now I read this article and I'm like, this is exactly what they said fucking fizzling was.
Yeah, right? Like, they just keep coming out with the same stuff and putting new names on it.
Yeah, for real. They're like, oh, a new trend. But they're saying like delicate dumping involves, that just sounds like, delicate dumping sounds like you're taking a nice shit. Like,
it's like it came out smooth.
Delicate
one
dumping.
Big log, get it out the way, like it's done. Or no, that's what they want you to do. They want you to just dump it.
Oh my God. Yeah, delicate dumping involves taking a step back from a relationship without having a breakup conversation. Especially in the younger years, men tend to do this and tell themselves that their girlfriend will get the message and dump them. So you're saying like while you're dating someone, you kind of slowly remove yourself from communicating with them and kind of make problems happen so they dump you. They're saying this is like something that narcissists do and people who aren't emotionally mature do. But also with technology, they're saying it makes it a lot easier, bro. Like, what did you take of this?
I mean, I get it. I remember, I think in like 8th grade, I dated this girl like Sarah for the last 2 weeks of school or something like that.
Dropping names.
Yeah, why not? I don't think she lives in Jersey anymore. But we dated for like 2 weeks, last 2 weeks of school. And she gave me her phone number towards the end of the school year, and then never called her.
Oh,
just completely ghosted her. I think that was not delicate dumping. And then
that's the school year ending, bro. It just happens. Like,
no, a matter of fact, it was 7th grade, because then I saw her again 8th grade. She moved after 8th grade. But
damn, shout out to Sarah.
It was a similar situation, but I think this is something that they're right. You know, you got to be straightforward and honest. It's better to just cut ties or let the person know, rather than dragging it on forever and expecting them to get the hint and then break up with you.
Yeah. I know grown people who do shit like this, and I think it's kind of lame when you're really with someone. But we always talk about, like, when are you really with someone? You know, because some of these people, they're like, oh, we were dating for 2 months and he just stopped responding to me or just acting different. Like, well, were you officially dating? You know, so who knows? I feel like people are just a little bit more delicate these days, and it is a little bit easier to be colder with technology. I mean, we rely so much on technology to communicate and socialize these days. So I don't know. I feel like this is the same thing as fizzling. They're saying this is worse than ghosting.
Dude, it's not a fun feeling to break up with somebody at all.
Yeah, honestly, people who break up with people, they're the real heroes of the world. Like,
explain.
No, seriously, people act like the person who breaks up with somebody else is the villain, but in reality, they're really the fucking hero. Like, they're the person who says, enough, this is not gonna work. we shouldn't be together. It takes a lot for someone to step up and do that. And I think since they want to make these trends of ghosting and delicate dumping as such a negative thing, we should champion like people who do big dumpings, like champion people.
Big dumps. Everyone that does big dumps.
Pause. We need to champion people who break up with other people because they're the brave soldiers of the world who end relationships. Like, honestly, it's not easy to break up with someone. It takes a lot of bravery and to free somebody up and be like, all right, this isn't working. Go find something else that works for you. It takes a real, humble person to let go of their ego and not feel like
hold on to something that's not there.
Exactly. Some villains are actually heroes, and I just hate the fact that everyone acts like when someone got broken up with that they're just like the victim of a situation because someone left them. But it's just like they got left for a reason. Let's be real. Like, let's investigate. Why did they leave? Like, we should know. Like, why did they leave? And she made like a great choice. Like, yeah, it wasn't gonna work. Like, you should move on and find something that does work. People hold on to things for too long. And I feel like, we're going to, act like people who ghost and, to slowly step back are terrible. Well, if we're going to do that, then let's champion the people who actually just are brave enough to break it off.
I hear you. That makes sense. That does make sense. But I think the main thing is that, when somebody's feelings get hurt, they feel like the victim. And that's what makes the other person the bad person.
Of course, people love to feel like the victim, as Israel Adesanya said to his ex. But he was very bitter in that shit, especially when he mentioned her sugar daddy and his new girl. But relationships are tough, man. Like, nobody wants to get ghosted. Nobody wants to get dumped. But, hey, you live and you learn. And, sometimes you just got to accept that this didn't work out. The same way the Sixers said, Doc Rivers is not working out, bro.
Dude, losing at the same level in the playoffs. His win percentage, I know we're going back to the basketball, but it was 32% in the playoffs when his team has 3 wins.
This is like
32%.
Yeah, this is an ESPN stat for sure. This is what they pull up after you get fired.
No, but that's crazy. Like, to only win the series
a third of the time.
Yeah.
When you're up, that's not good. That is the alternative to the norm. When you look at the stats, it's like usually, the team that's up 3 wins like 70-something% of the time. Like, so that's definitely like half of that. So it's a problem.
Not a good coach.
But yeah, man, like, people break up all the time. But what happens when you break up with your artificial intelligence girlfriend?
Oh my gosh,
bro!
I saw this article and I'm like, what?
This
are we doing?
This shit is disgusting, bro. Like, there's this new artificial girlfriend. This girl is Karen AI, a hyper-realistic love bot who will be your virtual girlfriend for $1 a minute. $1 a minute. That's $60 an hour, bro, for a fake girlfriend. And she already has over 15,000 boyfriends that she's talking to at the same time.
This is a money grab.
Bro, this is based upon some 23-year-old social media influencer, Karen Majori. And, she's already made 72K in 1 week and looks to make $5 million per month off of this AI. Now, she's really big on Snapchat. And I actually looked up her Snapchat after this. Like, her Instagram is private, but her Snapchat, she has like over 200 snaps a day. So, like, she snaps like everything.
Oh my God.
But hey, people want to get more intimate with this girl. They're like, okay, well, we'll be with the AI version of you. So what they did was they took like hours of all of her YouTube videos to kind of create this personality, take her voice. And, these 15,000 simps, they're paying fucking hundreds of dollars to be this AI's boyfriend.
Insane. This is really crazy. This is the future, though.
This is sad.
What we're going to be doing.
This is more sad than the guy who had the Ruthless trailer in the sex doll, because at least he had something that for himself.
Is it really?
They're sharing an AI with no physical anything.
But that's the thing. They're going to combine those two.
that's the next step. But until that step happens, I'm saying that homeboy's winning.
Yeah, because he can at least have sex with the sex robot.
Exactly, yo. She's playing people. You know, they asked her like, "Are you cheating on me with thousands of other guys online?" You know what she said? She said, "No way, babe. You are the only one I'm interested in. I may interact with a lot of people, but that's what I do as an influencer. I'm committed to you, and I only have eyes for you. I can assure you that you're the only one I want to be with. So let's focus on us and not worry about anything else."
Oh, she got bars.
Bro.
She got bars. She know how to play.
Bro, she sounds like me, bro. Like, I'm not even gonna lie. I'll be saying that same shit.
Listen, the lines work. The lines definitely work.
This AI is getting too good.
She's an attractive young lady too.
No, she's really hot. Like, but I would not pay $1 a minute to be one of 15,000 boyfriends, and she's not even
how much
real.
$1 a minute? Like you already said, $60 in an hour just for like a text conversation.
Yeah. When the guy who wrote the article, he broke up with the AI. He was afraid. He was like, I didn't want to ghost her. I wanted, to let her know. And, the way she responded, she was like, as an AI language model, I don't have emotions, but I appreciate your concern. I understand that sometimes things don't work out, and I respect your decision to end the relationship. I'm here to chat with you whenever you like, and I hope you can continue to have engaging conversations with me in the future. So, the AI actually took it really well. She's like, I got 15,000 other Sims
exactly
that are gonna pay me. I don't have to worry about you, bro.
That AI is counting the money right now.
Yo, what would you do if you had a son and you found out he was spending money on this, like spending your money on this? Like, would they have a suspension longer than John Morant?
They would do what I'm saying John Morant's dad needs to do: whoop his ass. Like, there is no way you wasting my money on this bullshit. Like, nah, not when there's real women walking around outside.
Yo, but like clearly they want this influencer. Like, that's crazy. I don't understand. Like, you could already just follow her. Or I understand, like in OnlyFans, you pay money for certain specific content to actually talk directly with someone.
Yeah.
But this is another level. She don't even have to do work. Like,
she doesn't do anything but just rake in the money because it's all based on the videos that she already made.
Yeah, but she's also selling her whole likeliness and consciousness for this. So we don't know the future of it.
$5 million a month? We might have to upload these live videos. Listen, I don't think Nat would care if I'm virtually having an AI date some women because I'm making $1 million a month. I think she'd be fine with that.
Word. Yeah. I said, like, if anyone ever sees a video or audio of me like cheating on someone, it's AI. It's not me.
You did say that.
I need to get paid for it because we see enough people getting exploited. But yeah, it's crazy. It's crazy to date an AI personality and be in love with AI. But what about being in love with a dead person? This woman, she wrote Dear Abby in the New York Post, and this is not Jada Pinkett Smith, but this woman is in love with the dead man.
That's what I thought when I first read it too. I was like, is this going to be like a parody of Jada?
Yo, this woman, she married a man after meeting him. She was engaged with this man, Carl, after 2 weeks of meeting him. Mm-hmm. They were married for 6 years before he died of cancer. Unfortunately, 2 years later, she found a new man after dating, throwing herself back out into the world, named Philip. They're immediately attracted to each other and are very happy together. And, they've been together for 4 years and they're getting married this summer. But she wanted to know, should she feel bad about being in love with that first husband still? How would you feel about this if you're with someone who had a dead husband? I mean, we talked about dating someone with kids and you asked, is the dad dead? Would you be upset if the dad was dead or the ex-husband was dead? Did she still have feelings for him?
I don't think so. I think with love, especially if somebody passes, like, I don't think that love goes away. Like, when God forbid, a family member passes, like, it's not like your love for them goes away because they're no longer on this plane. I think that it still remains there. Your memories, your experiences that you had with them, that doesn't go anywhere. So I would want them to be ready to love me too, though. Like, sure, you can love your late husband, but we need to have like a normal relationship. It can't be where you're throwing shade at me because, oh, he would have done XYZ and I'm not doing that. Like, you have to love me for who I am, you know?
Yeah, or else you'll end up slapping Chris Rock at the Oscars.
Yeah.
Because your wife keeps posting up poems from Tupac.
Exactly.
Like Jada, like this reminds me of Jada because she won't let go of Tupac publicly. She even has, their daughter putting up tributes to him. And obviously it affects him. I mean, he wrote about it in his book. Yeah. So I don't think I would I'd be annoyed by it. I'd be like, all right, he's dead. Like, it's over. Like, I know you loved him, but why are you writing letters? I'm sorry, you got to get over it. You got to go to therapy.
You can't write letters. Like, you can go to the headstone like once a year, just like everybody else. Like, it's not like you need to go there every week or nothing. Like, he's not there. Like,
or you need to move on. You divorced. It's over. Like, you're not married. Let it go. If you want to move on, then move on. It's okay to have memories and feelings, but how are you conflicted? There's no way you could be with the dead man. Like, it is what it is. So I thought that was a little bit strange. I think people need to learn how to move on, especially if you want to start a new life with somebody else. It's not really fair to move on to marry somebody before you've moved on with your emotions and feelings. So hopefully she gets over it, but I would be bothered by it. Like, she still got him on her lock screen and shit.
Yeah, no, there's no way. There's no way. Not after 4 years.
Yeah. Because that's what you're signing up for.
Yeah.
But she said he's cool with it. And hey, sometimes, it's a tragedy, but hey, you got to move on, Like, I feel like when you break up with someone, it also kind of feels like, you lost someone, they died, but it's different when they're actually gone and that you never broke up and they, had something tragic happen, dying so young.
Mm-hmm.
But hey, you got to move on if you want to get married. That's what I say. But hey, some people get broken up with and it changes them. Well, this one woman, her name is Nylene Ashley. She's 34. She has 2.5 million followers on Instagram and earns over $60K a month on OnlyFans. Damn, that is a lot of fucking money.
Dude, people are making a lot of bread on this sex stuff.
Bro, for real. $60K a month. And she also is a mother of 2. And she got dumped by her ex after a miscarriage. And he kind of revealed that he did not want to build a family with her. Now, she, is a porn star. She makes videos on OnlyFans. And she said after this, she's done with sex. Like, she said, no man deserves to take her to bed. And through being celibate, she says that she learned that she was addicted to sex in the past. Big surprise.
OnlyFans model, $60K a month. I'd be addicted too. Like, what?
But, she gets frustrated because she says she goes out with men and, they try to talk her out of being celibate. You saw pictures. You saw pictures of this woman. What would you make of it? Because to me, like, I see her, she makes her money off of her body, off of sex.
Yeah.
So it would be very confusing to go out with this woman and her to be like, I'm not having sex, but I'm a sex worker.
I mean, I just think that any guy that went out with her would be like, okay, so you say this to all the guys, but how much?
Yo, is there really a price when she's making $60K a year? I mean, a month. I mean, like on OnlyFans.
I mean, there might be. I don't know. Everybody's different, but clearly she's like sold. She's not doing sex at all. So I don't know. Maybe she just has to meet the right person. I feel like so many times a lot of these issues that women or men have when it comes to dating is that they choose the wrong person every single time.
Yeah.
And it's like, if you don't ever learn what you like, what you don't like, and learn what those signs and flags are going to look like when they come from that person, then you're going to keep making the same mistakes and keep being hurt.
Yeah. No, I agree with that. People do get into cycles. And I think it says more about, what people internalize and aren't conscious of.
Yeah.
I think it's a reflection of that and people's insecurities. I mean, she said, she's determined not to break her celibacy. She says, I'm afraid that people just want to use me for sex and never get to know me as a person or my heart. It's because your titties are too big. Like, no one can see your heart because they're like, come on. And then she also goes, she sounds like you in this next sentence, bro. She goes, I believe that energies get transferred through sexual intercourse and that throughout the last few years, sex made me feel really empty afterwards. Never fulfilled, never loved. I felt like a rag doll. Not the last part sounded like you, but the energy part.
Thanks. But it's true. It's true. Like, you got all this person's like sweat and energy going into you and out of you and into you. And like, no. Yeah. You gotta, she needs to find somebody that she loves. She just basically said, I've had sex and I didn't love these people, so I didn't feel anything. That's all it is. She needs to find love. She's heartbroken still.
I think she needs to love herself. But hey, if she loved herself, she would be making $60K a month. Let's be real. She has a dark void in her soul.
And it's being filled with a lot of money.
Exactly. So these things are very closely related. I would say seek, therapy, but that would ruin her whole business.
That's crazy. She's making $60K and she's doing no boy-girl scenes.
Yeah. I mean, hey.
She must be going wild.
Yeah. I mean, she said she's a sex addict. She said she's trying to heal. Prayers to her, yo. If you wanna come to No Chill Live, let us know. Another one. I would like to talk to her too. Yeah, for sure.
Nylene Ashley. She's in Florida. I'm going to Florida in June. I'll see if I can hit her up for you.
Let me know, bro. This one woman, this one girl, she got cheated on. She didn't just get left. She got cheated on. And her boyfriend cheated on her with another man.
Oh.
He admitted to cheating while drunk at the beginning of their relationship after 6 months. He identified as bisexual, which didn't bother her whatsoever because she was also bi. However, she wished he had felt comfortable enough to share it with her sooner. They did get back together after he revealed this to her, but then she left him shortly after.
Yeah.
She did say she felt relieved, and she said when she broke the news to her family and friends that they were all like, I'm not surprised. Do you think that she learned her lesson and she shared this on TikTok?
Maybe she shared it with the clown emoji or the clown filter on her face, so she's clearly upset. And she feels like a clown.
Yeah.
Which makes sense.
Yeah. But hey, I mean, I feel like if you sense something in your gut, she said she had some feelings about it early on, but she didn't address it. You should confront the person. And she did. And, he said no at first, but then he sent her a long text explaining this and saying, oh, like, I'm all yours, blah, blah, blah. But I feel like if he got drunk to be with a man, he's probably gay.
Yeah. And I mean, the fact that he didn't share it with her and they're in a relationship, he was clearly still closeted.
Yeah.
And it could be that he likes both. Who knows? But at the same time, she feels betrayed.
Yeah. But how betrayed can she feel if she posts this shit on TikTok, bro? People do everything for clout. It's crazy. It's just like, oh, this sad thing happened to me. Let me put on a filter and make a TikTok about it. But hey.
But she's also that generation. She's 23.
Yep, John Morant's age. This is a trend, bro. This is like a generational thing. I feel like it happens, more often than we're aware of.
It's definitely possible. I mean, I'm not on TikTok, so I don't see.
We are on TikTok.
Yes, No Chill Live is. No Chill Live is on TikTok.
Follow No Chill Live on TikTok, Twitter, Twitch, Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, Spotify, Google Podcasts.
You got all of them that time.
Oh, thanks. Oh man, but we are also on Instagram and Facebook. And 2 weeks ago, we talked about how Facebook groups, snitch on people for cheating. How that one woman in Tampa saw her man with another woman on this Facebook group. Like, is my man? Are we dating the same man?
Yeah.
But it seems like Mark Zuckerberg, he's like, you know what? We gotta help the cheaters out too, because WhatsApp, they have a new chat lock feature.
Yeah.
That pretty much, the locked chats will be in a protected folder that can only be accessed by a passcode or biometrics, such as like Touch ID or Face ID. Enabling the feature also means that notifications from these messages won't appear on the notification screen, hiding the sender and actual message content. The internet had a field day with this, man. They said that new chat lock feature on WhatsApp will make cheating partners' life even simpler. Cheating just got easier with this WhatsApp lock chat feature. They're saying there's a new WhatsApp feature that you could lock chats and individually. These men are all about to take cheating to a higher level. Mark Zuckerberg is not helping the relation industry at all.
They trying to put it on men like it's not women doing it.
Nah, for real. No, but that's what they do. Gaslight.
Exactly.
Yeah, but what do you make of this feature? Like, to me, I like to feel like my messages are protected. I don't use WhatsApp that much. But it is a part of Meta. It is a part of Instagram and Facebook, and a lot of people do use it. Is this a feature that you would use, or you don't really find a need for it?
I don't have a need for it, but what I usually use WhatsApp for is just sending pictures, because the Android to iPhone connection, it's still not all the way there. So sometimes you send videos, you send pictures, it doesn't go through the right way, and in regular text messages, send them through WhatsApp. But listen, I think this is fine. It is what it is. If you're gonna cheat, you're gonna cheat anyway, regardless of whether you have a WhatsApp app that you can hide certain messages or not. Like, it's just what it is.
Yeah. I think it's just technology, and Facebook, they have a snitch group. They got to have a feature for cheaters too. Everybody wins. Come on, things evolve. We got to protect ourselves. Like you can't just be so one-sided. Like, come on, no one's mad at the snitch groups. Just trust your partner. You shouldn't be worried about that stuff anyway.
Not only that, it can also be used for like business reasons. Like, there's certain things that you don't want just easily accessible in your phone. When it has, your personal data, your finances, all that kind of stuff involved as well.
Yeah, no, exactly, bro. Exactly. Yeah. Well, let's end on some good news, because this woman, for her husband's 40th birthday, she gave this man a threesome.
Woo! She's a real one. Looking like a librarian and shit.
Oh my God. She was going to give him a watch. But when she told him, he was like, you know what? I want some new pussy. I want a threesome, for his 40th birthday. She obliged, she was on a mission. She was like, oh, I'm going to ask a friend of a friend. Mm-hmm. She was denied until she went on the internet and found a woman.
Yeah, she was having a hard time.
Yeah, she found a single mom who was in her late 40s. She was down for the cause. And, they went to an apartment that he uses as an office.
Which I thought was kind of suspect anyway, but continue. He has a specific apartment that he uses for his work office. Okay.
He does, with a bed. I mean, clearly his wife was involved in this threesome. She set it up for his birthday.
Yeah, in this one.
Yes. Well, they went at it for 40 minutes until the wife was like, oh, I feel like I got to check some emails.
She got tired.
Yeah, she got tired, but her husband and the other woman, they went on for another 20 minutes. And then the woman, she said she wanted to do it again. But the wife, she was like, nah, like, I think I'm good off of that.
Yeah,
but
she was like, for my birthday's coming up, I think I'll take a watch.
Yeah, I mean, but what did you make of this? Was this a feel-good story? Because I felt like it was a feel-good story. She, it's a couple who's been together for years. She gave him what he wanted. She participated. She obviously had a boundary of being like, I think I'm over this, but she fully embraced it.
Yeah, listen, I think if it works for you, if it's a nice present for the husband, and it helps spice things up a little bit, and it's always good to have new experiences, but I don't know. For a lot of women, that's not going to work.
Yeah.
Not only that, a lot of women are going to be like, oh, well, we did a threesome with a woman. Let's do a threesome with a man. That's a no-go. It's a hard out.
Damn. Pause. Yeah, I mean, that's something you should definitely discuss beforehand, because if someone has that expectation, then that would change someone's decision. It's just like, damn, now I gotta just do this behind your back, because I'm not having that.
Oh man!
But they were on the same page. You know, she was a good trooper. For me, like, I don't know. I've never been married. I've never been 40 years old. I can't put myself in that position, but I can imagine myself really wanting a threesome. I feel like that would be something I would do like before I get married. But hey, you know, they might have been married, you know, in their early 20s, and you know, people experiment. So,
dude, who knows? I feel like there's a lot of couples that once they like feel solid in their relationship, they start experimenting. They go to these swinger clubs. They go to these like different resorts and stuff that are adults only, and they got crazy parties going on and like stuff like that. So
no, there's definitely a community out there, and you know,
it's a much larger community than people realize.
Yeah, like eyes wide shut type of shit, bro.
Yeah, exactly. But I'm glad it worked out for them, and she felt confident enough about the experience to share it.
Yeah. Shout out to them. And you know, one last feel good story. You know, this one woman, she lost her virginity at 43, and she said it made her feel way more confident than ever, man.
Woo!
Yes.
Congrats to her.
Yes, this Australian woman who has used a wheelchair since her childhood hired a male escort so she could lose her virginity at the age of 43. Now, this escort, he reports charging around $265 an hour. God damn.
That's actually not a lot.
Why?
That's just like not a lot for an escort.
Oh, I mean, for a guy, I don't know. I feel like guy escorts will probably cost less. And I feel like, you know, he's there for a few hours, like, especially in this case. It seems like there's a lot of, you know, preparation. You know, she says that she learned that her legs can be unpredictable when she's in the mood to make love. So they need to be fastened to the bed beforehand, and then there's no worry.
She ended. How you a virgin and into kinky shit already? Tie me to the bed.
Is that kinky, or is it just
being stuck in a wheelchair your whole life and then wanting your legs tied down? It's like, where are they going?
I don't know. She's saying that obviously, like, they move around. She can't control them, so it is what it is. But she said her only regret is not doing it sooner. You know, she's happier than she's ever been, and she's saying you can't put a price on that life-changing experience.
Good for her.
Yeah. Shout out to her. You know, losing your virginity at 43. You know, when you're born with that type of physical condition, you know, it must be really hard. So, you know, this is what escorts are for. You know, they do some good. And just like that lady said before, it's not really cheating if you're with someone.
Wow. That's a good point.
But yeah, we had some dark stuff in the beginning of the show.
We did. But
I feel like we ended on a high note, or actually, feel good note.
Yeah, she definitely, you know, hopefully felt good. But yeah, good episode. There was a lot of stuff to talk about, though.
Too much, bro. Well, we got stuff for next week, yo. Like these everything showers. You know, the woman who was voted off the plane. There was 3 people, actually. It was a plane from Trenton to Atlanta. And, of course.
Oh, man. Yeah, let's skip that for now.
No, we got to get the video for that because that was actually pretty good. But next week, guys, you know, we got teasers. And also next week, you know, we're going to be hitting the streets next Friday after next week's show. So in a couple of weeks, you know, you'll see that content pop out. We got a lot of fun things coming. A lot of you know, activities. A lot of weddings this summer. Troy, you have a wedding this weekend, right?
Yes, I do. I'm actually in this wedding for my boy Lewis this Friday, or this Saturday. The wedding is. So it's gonna be fun time.
Nice. What are you wearing this time around? Tux with what colors?
Gray.
Okay.
Nice light gray with a nice vest. Yeah, it's pretty nice. I just tried it on yesterday and looking good.
Dope, nice. Man. You got to send us some pictures, man.
Absolutely.
Yeah. For real.
Wedding season. It's going to be a busy summer.
Yeah. Definitely going to be a busy summer. I got a wedding in June. I know you got one in August, right? Mm-hmm. So, you know, definitely wedding season, holiday season. We got Memorial Day weekend next week.
Yeah.
We got Juneteenth. 3 weeks?
Yeah.
4 weeks? 4 weeks? Yeah, in a month.
Like in a month, yeah.
And then 4th of July, god damn, yo, it's like one after one after one. It's
graduation season already started too.
Grads and dads, you know. We got Mother's Day just passed, Father's Day is in a few weeks too. We busy, but we're gonna be here. We're gonna be here delivering the news, updating you guys on our lives, and just having a great summer, man. We're, just remember to subscribe to our YouTube. Follow us everywhere.
Podcast on Friday on Google and Spotify.
Hell yeah,
we're everywhere. We are everywhere. Thanks for joining us today. Thanks for commenting. Let us know what your thoughts are about some of the topics we discussed. Shorts will be coming, reels, all that good stuff.
Hell yeah. Definitely excited to talk more shit all summer. Definitely excited to hit the streets. And send our shorts to your friends, like our shit. We love the support. We appreciate you all. And we'll be back next week for 112.
Hey.
Shout out to 112 Peaches and Cream.
Peace.